Missanelli Show is on the air. Mike Missanelli. Oh, my God, what a day this is. Philadelphia sports fans here and there and everybody else who watched the Eagles demolish the Kansas City Chiefs last night, which witnessed maybe the best Philly sports victory of all time. I'm in kind of a euphoric state here as the Eagles win 40-22 over the supposed vaunted Kansas City Chiefs, the team that was seeking a three-peat, and instead they walked out of the Superdome with the feathers tucked under the legs, and that was especially true of their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, whose greatness was diluted on a night where he actually looked scared to death in front of the Eagles' ferocious defense and a rush that only sent 4 men all night. So now the Eagles are champions again. Their second Super Bowl in the last 8 years. And yes, let that roll around in your brain a little bit. The franchise that lagged behind a Super Bowl win for decades now has 2 Lombardi trophies in the last 8 years, and they also threw in an appearance 2 years ago. And here we go, a coach and a quarterback who were doubted all season long, wound up sticking it up everybody's nose, including mine, and walked out into the New Orleans night last night, maybe with the status of being, oh my God, am I saying this? The best coach and the best quarterback in Eagles history? The hell is happening in this town?
Say it again, Michael.
Well, my cohorts are here. Bill Colarudo, who predicted a double-digit win, and he won a ton of money last night after he bet on the Eagles at the beginning of the season to win the Super Bowl. And Ray Dunn, who was one of those crazies in the Philly streets last night, celebrating the win. Bill, what are your thoughts right now? And can you add some perspective, numbers-wise, to what happened last night?
My thoughts are all over the place, man. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so fired up. I expected the Eagles to win, like you said. I thought they would win by double digits. I thought the defense would give the Kansas City Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes fits. But I never could have predicted this level of dominance. And just looking at some of these stats, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen this one, not only did the Philadelphia Eagles sack Patrick Mahomes 6 times, they did it without blitzing. I have never seen Patrick Mahomes look that befuddled and that scared, honestly, without facing any blitzes. What the front 4 did was absolutely unbelievable. Josh Sweat maybe had his best game as a Philadelphia Eagle with 2.5 sacks. My man Milton Williams with 2 sacks causing that interior pressure. How about Jordan Davis with a sack? 3rd-round rookie out of Houston Christian, Jalix Hunt, who was playing safety at Cornell 2 years ago, with a half a sack in the Super Bowl. They get 3 turnovers. Cooper DeJean with a pick 6. Zach Bond with the interception. Milton Williams again with the forced fumble on the sack. But we got to talk about our man Jalen Hurts, because once again, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes on the biggest stage there is. He has 221 yards passing. He goes 17 of 22. He had a rating close to 120, 2 touchdowns. He was also the Eagles' leading rusher with 72 yards and another touchdown. Listen to this stat, Mike. There are only 2 quarterbacks in NFL history that have completed over 70% of their passes in multiple Super Bowls and scored 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts and Tom Brady. That is now the class of quarterback that we have to talk about with Jalen Hurts, because in 2 Super Bowls, it hasn't even been close. He outplayed Mahomes 2 years ago. He outplayed Mahomes last night. And maybe some of the biggest plays in that game happened with Jalen Hurts' legs, because every time the Chiefs looked like they were getting some pressure on him, he just scrambled. He made big throws when he had to. How about that play call, Mike? After the turnover on downs in the second half, they call one play, a bomb to Devontae Smith for 46 yards. That was the dagger. World champs, baby.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Everybody said, hey, not us, but everybody said, well, if you stop Barkley, can Hurts beat you? He can't beat you. Well, he's time and time again been able to make big throws all year, and he made big throws last night, even though they did stop Barkley. And so let's just look at this premise. of that we witnessed maybe the best Philly sports victory of all time last night. There have been other championships. I remember them all. I remember the 83 Sixers, who a lot of people say was the best team ever. The Phillies winning the World Series. Football is king in this town. When you win a Super Bowl, and when you win it in dominating fashion like they did last night, I don't think there is anybody that can doubt that this was the greatest Philly sports victory of all time.
Not only was it the greatest Philly sports victory of all time, I think hands down, I think that was the best defensive performance ever in Super Bowl history. And I know I have compared this team throughout the season to the 2013 Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom. And we even talked about it last week where I said they went into that game against Denver in 2013 as a 1.5-point dog, and they dominated from the opening snap. This was, in my opinion, a bigger defensive performance than even what the Legion of Boom did against the Denver Broncos because Manning was kind of towards the end of his career. You just dominated Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and Mahomes looked scared, Mike. I have never seen that before from him.
He looked scared, and Brady pointed it out. His feet weren't even together. Like his feet were he was like uneven with his feet because he knew that his line couldn't hold, and it threw his head off completely. I mean, they listen. You're talking about all these guys. There's Sweat. You're talking about Milton Williams, Jalen Carter, Ajomo, and Hunt. 6 sacks, 12 pressures, 23 yards of total offense in the first half. The Chiefs had, and 12. The Eagles forced 12 turnovers, which is a postseason NFL record. So let's just go over the sequence because here's the way it played out. Hurts to Dotson. I knew there would be a Penn State guy that would figure in this.
Yes, you did.
And they get into the one they score, right? 7-0. Third possession, Hurts is picked off with the blitz in his face. His first pick since November 10. They come back with a field goal, make it 10-0. Cooper DeJean, 38-yard pick six, 17-0. Ball and interception to the Chiefs Chiefs 14. Crossing route to AJ, 24-0. 46-yard bomb to Devontae, and so on and so forth. And I heard Brady say it was 37-6. Oh, you never could count the Chiefs out with number 15. What are you talking about?
He was trying to keep the audience there.
Keep the audience? What are we, stupid?
But, Mike, this team has played complimentary football all season long. And after Jalen Hurts' interception, it was a 7-0 game, right? He throws that interception. The Kansas City Chiefs get the football. What did the defense do? They go 3 and out, forcing a punt from deep in the Chiefs' own zone, and then that results in that field goal, then the pick six, and now you're at 17-0. And, Mike, you talked about at halftime it being 24-0. The Chiefs were averaging 1.2 yards a play at half. They had one first down, which happened on the opening play of the game. That opening drive, they get one first down. The Eagles dominated 13 first downs to 1 at the half, 4.6 yards per play to 1.2, 179 yards to 23, and 24-0. That's what you call an old-fashioned ass whoop.
And they had ass whoop face on the sidelines, the Chiefs did. And this could be the biggest version of Sirianni love is coming your way today. We can't tell you exactly when. We just got to feel the moment.
Oh, I got bars too, man. I got a lot of them.
He's written a lot of bars for this one. It should be a special one. You don't want to miss it. And Ray Dunn on the streets last night will give us his report on what happened in the aftermath with people shooting off fireworks in the middle of the street, Roman candles taking out somebody's eye, for crying out loud. 610-632-0975. That's how you get in. It's going to be a busy show. Get involved. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Tyrone Johnson.
Oh, what a night, Mike.
Oh man, listen, I was expecting a really close game. I was just stunned beyond belief of the domination. I mean, that other team was ill prepared, and I guess I tweeted that last night. State Farm had to call up. No more fumbledy rooski doo.
Oh yeah,
for the man. He looked completely perplexed on the sidelines last night, didn't he?
The Eagles outplayed them and outcoached them in every aspect.
Your boy looked confident, too, without being arrogant. Confident on the sidelines for Nicky Siri.
Hell yeah.
But when you take a step back and really put into perspective how good this Eagles team has been, they have not lost a game that Jalen Hurts started and finished since September 29th. And we were talking about this on the pregame show last night, and Connor said, wait, are you telling me that the last time the Eagles lost a game with Hurts starting and finishing, the Phillies hadn't even reached the postseason yet? Think about that. The Phillies had not even played a postseason game, and that's the last time that this Eagles team lost when Jalen Hurts starts and finishes a game. This is, hands down, the best Philadelphia Eagles team any of us have ever seen.
Well, yeah,
it's not even close.
It goes without saying. It really does. They were ready for the moment. You see some teams being ready for the moment. They were completely ready for the moment. I mean, they were a confident team that believed in what they were doing, believed in their abilities, believed in the game plan, believed in their coaching staff, and the other team did not. I'm still shocked. That team that they played last night had won 2 straight Super Bowls, had been there, had understood the moment, and yet they wilted. And they looked, you could tell the look on their face was like, what the hell is happening to us here?
It was almost like going into the Super Bowl, the 2 weeks to prepare. The only thing the Chiefs did was figure out a way to stop Saquon. And they didn't worry about anything else, and it showed. Because if I would have told you last week, Mike, on Friday, Saquon's going to have 25 carries, he's only going to have 57 yards and average 2.3 yards per carry, I think we would have been a little bit nervous, wouldn't we?
Yeah. And I'm watching number 87 last night, and I'm going, he doesn't even want to be there. He's so far out of football right now. Women, weakened legs, as Mickey said, right? And he's totally out of it.
He looked 100 years old,
He
man.
did.
He's got to retire. He's got to be done at this point. And you may
It
have seen...
happened all of a sudden, too. Boom, in a blink.
That's how it happens. I mean, you may have seen not only the start, and we'll talk about this all summer, not only the start of potentially an Eagles dynasty, but the end, or at least a pause on the Chiefs' dominance, because they got a lot of problems on that team. They do. They got a lot of problems with that roster. But could this be the start? The new normal?
All right, well, here's the thing. There's a couple of sports books out there that have the Eagles as the favorite for next year. Some people still have the Chiefs.
I know. I just saw
I don't know what book had the Chiefs as the favorite. And that book had the Eagles 4th in the pecking order in a sign of disrespect. Now, the Eagles are going to have some attrition, Bill.
They
in
will.
A couple of positions. They got some cap problems. So we'll see. But they're a pretty young core defensively and offensively. They're under contract for several more years together. So I don't know what's going to happen. But let's just savor this moment, folks. Because I want to. This show today belongs to you. You're going to hear us blather about it, but this show really belongs to the fans that watched that game, who paraded in the streets last night. The first one was special because it was in pursuit for so long. It was like the Holy Grail. But this one has a different feel to it. This one has, this is the best team you've ever seen. This was the best, maybe, sports victory ever because they were so dominant, and they beat a team that had won the Super Bowl 2 straight years.
It's incredible. You look at the 2 Super Bowl championships that we have in Philadelphia. They beat the New England Patriots, who were a dynasty with the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. And now they win their 2nd Super Bowl, knocking off the Chiefs, who are a dynasty, with arguably the greatest quarterback ever in Patrick Mahomes. But they did it a little bit differently. Brady had a great game in Super Bowl 52. This defense made Patrick Mahomes look like Sam Darnold looked in the play. I can't believe what they did to this guy.
He was just. And he almost got his head taken off late in the game. I'm going,
oh, my God.
The mercy killing. Get Wentz in there.
When Jalen Carter took him out.
Such poetic justice. Put Wentz in there, Andy, if you had any kind of sense of humor. But, of course, you don't.
Oh, man. What a day.
State Farm commercials, they're done now. All gone, Ray.
What a day.
It's all gone.
Bundleruski.
Do.
But when I said that Patrick Mahomes got outplayed by Jalen Hurts, and this is the second time, listen to these stats, Mike. Now, these are both Super Bowls combined. Mahomes, 477 yards. Jalen Hurts, 654. Mahomes, 6 touchdowns and 3 turnovers. Hurts, 7 touchdowns, only 2 turnovers. Mahomes, 25 first downs. Jalen Hurts, 37 first downs. I no longer want to hear from any of the national analysts that Jalen Hurts is not in the conversation with the best quarterbacks in the league. Because what the conversation should be, Mike, is are the other quarterbacks on Jalen Hurts' level? Because they are not winning at the clip that this guy is winning.
Look at you at the podium, man. Preaching it.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
we're going to take a break. On the other side, we're going to play some audio highlights as a kind of a synopsis of this game last night in sequence. So stay tuned, and we have a lot of calls on hold. We're going to get to everybody today because it is your show. 610-632-0975. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles crushed the Chiefs. It's Super Bowl 59 yesterday. The final score, 40-22, didn't do that game justice. The Eagles were in control of it all game long. They win by 18 points. They led by as much as 34 in that game. It was a thing of beauty there in New Orleans last night. The Eagles' second Super Bowl title. Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl MVP, had himself another big game. Outdid Patrick Mahomes in another Super Bowl. And after the game, he got a chance to address a little bit of the critics and the people that have doubted him along the way.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
I'll keep it coming, but we get to keep it coming in terms of partying. We got a lot of fun on deck. A parade now planned for the city of Philadelphia. Friday, we get a chance to celebrate the Eagles' second Super Bowl title and all the wonderful things that went into that game. Mahomes struggled in the game largely because of Vic Fangio. That defense, especially that defensive front. Milton Williams with a big game. Josh Sweat with a big game. You even got a big game from Jalen Hunt. A beautiful, beautiful day, and we're celebrating with you all day long right here on The Fanatic. This update brought to you by ExpressPros.com. Make hiring easier with the workforce experts. Let the people at Express Employment Professionals find you the right fit. Hiring is about people, not algorithms. Visit ExpressPros.com. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5TheFanatic.com.
from Radio Row. It's the Mike Missanelli Show, live from New Orleans. Bill, how we doing in the Big Easy?
Yeah, I think I got to update that intro.
I go on and understand how I last so
You going to
There you
dance,
go.
Mike? You going to do the gilly? Ray, get in here with the broom, baby.
Get it calculated, do the math.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we're no
Grace.
longer in New Orleans. We're right here in our studios in Ballard Kinwood after the Eagles pummeled the poor Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, my God. I'm looking at those poor guys, that feeble Devontae Adams and Hollywood Brown. And,
You mean DeAndre
I'm
Hopkins?
sorry, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams.
How about
DeAndre Adams has the Taco Bell in his house. That's my bad.
the one DeAndre Hopkins play where
DeAndre Hopkins.
where he's wide open? It looked like the guy had never played football before.
Yeah.
That was the most awkward-looking
Yeah.
drop. The Eagles just took their
They
soul
had
last
They
night,
had
man.
nobody to run the football. They had nobody to catch the football. And I'm going, boy, I misjudged them. I'm looking at it. Man, this team knows how to win, despite the fact they really don't have a lot of talent offensively. They got that quarterback who knows how to win, and he didn't know how to win at all last night. Oh man, what a domination! It's so satisfying when you crush a team, isn't it? All right, so let's go through a little bit of highlights from last night. We'll start it off in the first quarter with Jahan Dotson coming out of nowhere as great read, by the way, by Jalen Hurts. Read a blitz, read a one-on-one situation, had Dotson open. Here's how it sounded.
Blitz coming. It's picked up. Hurts going deep. Has a man. It is caught. Dotson down there. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Wasn't in. Had his knee down. They got the tush-push touchdown. Here comes Cooper DeJean, who I told today they're going to name a street after him in his little town
Of
in the Midwest.
Really?
In Iowa somewhere. Going to name a street after this tremendous moment by the kid. This kid has instincts to play football, man. This kid is a football player. And here's what happened.
3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking. Firing. Intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown.
So that happens. And then here we go. Big rush in his face, Patrick Mahomes, that is. And here's Zach Bond making an instinctive play.
Here's Mahomes. 4-man rush over the middle. And it's intercepted again. This time it's Zach Bond, and the Eagles are set up inside the 10.
Yeah, they were set up all right, and A.J. Brown gets that touchdown. Now we go to the third quarter. This is a guy who arguably could have been the MVP. Josh Sweat made some money last night, and here he is bulldozing the right tackle to get a sack.
Mahomes pressured again. Sack number 5. It's Josh Sweat again, who's got 2.5 for the game.
All right, now we go to Saquon. Down the sidelines, Saquon sometimes has manos de Pietro, which is hands of stone.
he almost dropped
He
it.
almost dropped it, but here it is down the sidelines. So it's Saquon.
Hurts looking deep. Out there. Now he's going to throw one for Barkley, who hangs on. Falling backwards down to the 4.
And then the coup de grace. Third quarter, Devontae Smith. See ya.
Now the Eagles get it back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown. Wow. Forget run the clock. That's the dagger.
And, of course, the prop bet that I recommended for the people, Devontae over 50 yards.
Yeah, almost had it on one play. That was 46-yard bomb right there.
All right, let's get to the people who have lined up today to talk about this game. And we'll first go to Texas and talk to Nick. Nick, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Mike, Bill, Ray, how the hell are you guys feeling today, man?
How you doing, Nicky?
Man, I'm doing good. Mike, I called in a few months ago when Sirianni went through his crazy phase, called him a clown boy, and I was giving him, calling him out on the way he was acting.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's when I called him a goof. Same time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, the criticism was well warranted, but I got to say, man, I was wrong because in the end, he's a changed coach, and he got through the adversity and the heat, and
He did, and this is a good point you make, because there's a lot of people going, you guys ought to apologize to Sirianni. Well, not Bill. Bill's been up his keister the whole time. But no, we don't apologize. At the time, when you levy criticism, it's for a reason. It's legit. It's not like you're throwing it gratuitously. They were struggling early, and he did that nonsense. And until they got him on the side and said, hey, you got to be more of a professional. It changed the whole mindset of this team.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, watching that game was surreal from start to finish. Like, unlike the last Super Bowl, which was an absolute dogfight from start to finish to the very last play, this was a beatdown from start to finish. That Chiefs O-line couldn't do anything to protect Mahomes. 6 sacks, Mike. That's unbelievable. They humiliated this team, would not let their foot off the gas the whole game. And, like, after the game, I'm still shaking right now, man. Like, after that game, like, it left me feeling like I was watching the ending of Sixth Sense. I swear to God.
Hey, thanks for the call, Nick. And what's funny is that Fumbly Rooski Doo couldn't do anything about it. Usually you come up with some kind of an adjustment, some kind of a scheme to protect your quarterback a little more.
Well,
you go max protect, you do something.
That was the best part for me was they go into the halftime. It's an extended halftime. It's 30 minutes because of the performance. And you're expecting, okay, Andy's going to make some adjustments at the half. It's a 24-0 game, so it's not over yet, although it felt like it could have been. The Chiefs come out. They get two nice plays, and they go no huddle. And then what do the Eagles do? Back-to-back sacks by Jordan Davis, Josh Sweat, and it's over again. Like, no adjustments were able to be made because just like we talked about all week, the Eagles out-physical you on the line of scrimmage. So any adjustments that they were trying to make along that offensive line weren't working because everybody on that Eagles defensive line dominated.
They didn't max protect. They didn't go double tight end. They didn't try to run the ball double tight end or go quick to the throw to the tight end out of it. Like they didn't do anything.
Well, I saw one play, and I think it may have been on one of Josh Sweat's sacks. Patrick Mahomes snaps the ball, and Travis Kelce, who's supposed to be helping block Josh Sweat, doesn't even get off the line of scrimmage until Sweat's like behind him. Travis Kelce looks slow. I mean, everything about them, they just looked demoralized. The Eagles took their heart.
They really did, especially walking off the field at halftime. You saw Kelsey's face. I'm telling you, there's got to be a director with a little bit of courage. If you're going to show Taylor Swift every time, 87 makes a great play and she's all, you got to show her when she drops the ball.
Yeah, they should have.
See, I would love to see her expression when he drops the ball. Anyway, let's go to a break and come back with Carlos is calling from Savannah. We got Nick from Florida. We got Fred from New Orleans, Jeff from Camden, Steve from Frankfurt, and Dominic from. You guys hang in there. We're going to get to everybody today. Mike Missanelli Show continues right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Philadelphia 70.
Microphone on just then? Was I going,
Well, it doesn't matter. We're all celebrating.
it's the Mike Missanelli show.
You know this song, Mike.
Yeah, I know this song.
This was in the halftime show last night.
Uh-huh. Yes, it was. That's Ray. That's Ray's boy.
They were up
Played last night.
24-0, and I got to watch Kendrick
Look at
take
you.
a victory lap.
Look at
Who's
you,
living
man.
better than me?
Look at you. All right, so we have Jalen from last night. I know he had some parables going last night. Big time parable night for Jalen. I was taking notes. So let's hear one, Ray.
Everything comes with it, and I've always found a thrill in any doubt and any questioning and any opinions. It's always been something that I've embraced, and I don't want it to change now. It's because of the results. So just running your race and playing with purpose. This is what I'm called to do in this season of my life, and I'm going to give it all I have and try my best to leave no stone unturned.
There it is. No stone unturned. Run a good race. Always found a thrill in the doubters.
Yo, he could say whatever he wants, man. I'm a believer.
He could tell me to kick rocks. And
Yeah.
I would be like, you know what, man? You got a great point.
I am a believer. It was pretty nice, though, because Jalen is so robotic, as we've talked about several times on this show.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
Yeah, it was nice to see him in the locker room last night, letting loose a little bit, smoking the cigar, celebrating with his teammates.
Oh, man.
It's just an unbelievable team. I thought they were going to win, but it still feels surreal. It still feels surreal sitting here today that they just crushed. They literally kicked the bleep out of the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. And the best part of it is Nick Sirianni elevates to the greatest coach in franchise history by knocking off who we all would say was the greatest coach in franchise history, Andy Reid. Sirianni's in a class of his own now, man. He's in a class of his own.
Oh, boy. We got Sirianni love coming. That's different.
So much good.
That's different than just Sirianni love.
Oh.
Sirianni love.
I worked hard on this one.
Coming out in the 11 o'clock hour, we'll do it. Right now, let's go to Carlos in Savannah. What's up, Carlos?
Good morning. Good Monday morning. Not just a Monday morning, a victory Super Bowl bringing the trophy home Monday morning, fellas.
Yeah, they don't come around very often, those kind of Mondays.
Hey, listen, I say this to all my friends, and I got friends that, represent different teams. And when they team's doing good and during the season, I always tell them, bring me the head of the serpent. Did we not bring everybody the head of the serpent yesterday?
Yes.
We brought y'all the head of the serpent.
You certainly brought the head of the quarterback. I mean, he had this fright look in his eye. When he took his snap, it was like, I've never seen that.
That wasn't a win. That was didn't I tell you to bring your butt in the house before the street lights come home? Belt the butt whooping, man. They didn't have nothing for him, nothing. And I'm waiting to see what First Take has to say, and all these other channels have to say about Jalen Hurts now, because like you said, he should be part of the conversation right now. And in the words of the great Brian Dawkins, give us some respect right now.
All right, man.
Love it, Carlos.
Thank you, Carlos. Let's get Jeff and Camden in here. Jeff, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Jeff.
Michael, how you doing?
What's up, Jeff?
Well, I just want to address one thing. Is Tanner McKee a little bit better than you thought he was in the last we talked?
Tanner McKee? Yeah, he's excellent.
All right, okay.
Come on, man.
Eagles steamrolled over this team. I kind of told a lot of people that they would. I just felt that way from the evaluations that I personally made. I'm not tooting my horn or anything like that. I just thought that that's how it would go.
Yeah. Well, you were right, man. And Bill had talked about double-digit win. I wasn't buying it yet because I had too much respect for that Chiefs team. But early on, you could tell that they were just beat.
Yeah, man. I mean, just cover. Andy Reid didn't know what hit him, and you can see that he didn't know what hit him. And
Spagnuolo actually had a pretty good plan to stop Barkley. And it just got away from him. The whole game just got away from him.
Too much offense. This is going to be something. This is going to be a rivalry for years to come. It was an amazing thing to watch. We witnessed history. There's going to be a lot going on, and we are a part of it.
Yep, and it looks like the parade is going to be Friday because of the weather.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, which a lot of cancellations, I'm guessing, now at the restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants won't be having.
It absolutely looks that way.
Yeah, all right, man.
But what better day to be singing Sirianni Love at the parade than Valentine's Day itself?
That's a good point. The number of people that would be signed up for the live rendition of Sirianni Love from the parade.
Yeah, well, we're waiting for details about where we'll be, but hopefully we'll be down there somewhere broadcasting.
We're going to need extra security. I mean, we're going to need a lot of people and event staff to keep the fans away from you singing Sirianni Love.
Yeah, the best thing last night was obviously the Eagles win. The second best thing is I show up to Patty Wax to do the pregame show, and as soon as I walk in the door, someone screams, Sirianni Love! And then he comes running over, and I'm forgetting his name. I apologize. He flew in from Germany. Says he listens to us every day from Germany, and he flew in just to watch the game in Philadelphia, and he's headed back to Germany today. That's a true Eagles fan right there. So shout out to you. Sorry, I forgot your first name.
Shout out to our valued listener.
Forgot his first name. You guys right from Germany? Ludwig. Was it Ludwig?
Maybe it was Ludwig.
All right.
The guy's dedicated his life to your song. Like I couldn't get the name, couldn't place it.
Then another guy came up to me. He goes, "I love you guys." He said, "But it took me until 2 weeks ago to realize that you weren't 65 years old and overweight." He goes, "I had no idea. I was just listening to you, and that's what I thought until I looked you up on Instagram." Is that how I sound over the air? So anyone who thinks that I'm not 65.
The guy we talked about the kind bars he thought was
yeah. Does he listen to you at all with your
I don't know.
health regimen?
That's what he said. He goes, "I had no idea."
I got all focused today. I followed the bill line.
What was that? Would you bring a bar?
I was in Whole Foods. I go, this looks like a Bill-esque product. Let me try it.
What'd you go with?
Wonder Focus mushroom gummies.
Interesting. Now I've never done the mushroom gummies.
It's got lion's mane, cordyceps, B6, B12, alpha GPC, and green tea.
Look at you.
For focus, energy, cognition, and ideation.
Because you knew you needed to be focused today, baby.
I did.
With this
A little
celebration.
extra focus today.
Man.
All right, because, of course, we're going to sing. I got to sing background. These new bars, I don't know. I got to figure out what's going on here.
Well, and I figured because it's the Super Bowl, this is going to be a long rendition. So make sure you give us enough time, Ray.
Let's go to Dominic in Philly. What's up, Dom?
Michael.
How are you, buddy?
Great friggin' day. I told him to tell you I'm from Philly, which I am, born and raised, proud of it. Live in Billings, Montana. Now I can go out and tell all those Chiefs fans, hey, baby, who told you that my Eagles were going to win?
Wait. They're Chiefs fans in Wyoming?
Oh, my God. You would not believe how
really?
many. Well, you know what? They don't have any kind of professional sport teams in Billings, Montana. So they go with what the hot team is. But I got to admit, there's a lot of cool, very cool Eagle fans out here. One of them, a good friend of mine, Isaiah, works for UPS. Just a shout-out to my boy. Die-hard Eagle since he was a kid. He's got to be like at 34. And the kid is just unbelievable. But he lives and breathes the Eagles. And his big wish one day is to get to Philadelphia and see a game at the Link. Mm-hmm. But all I got to say is, thank God Howie didn't go when they demoted him because of Chip Kelly. Look what this guy built. And now every other team in the league is going to start damn! I can't think of the friggin' word. I'm so excited. They're going to copy everything.
Yeah, they're going to try to replicate what the Eagles are doing.
Yeah, replicate. That's the word. Thank you, my friend. They're going to do it. A bigger O-line. Look at that defense. Not even a blitz. And we were pushing them on their ass. I love it. I swear to God, this is the second. After the first one, I cried. I cried like a baby.
Wow.
No shit. I'm not lying. I did.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, he's excited.
He's very.
He was excited and emotional. I think we're going to get a lot of that today.
Billings, Montana. Man, that's Yellowstone territory, isn't it?
He was there last night. Kevin Costner was in the house.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was Yellowstone. Yeah, he was in the house. How do these people get tickets? They just call up and they get a ticket?
Probably.
That was the way it worked. He was sitting next to to Pete. What's his name?
Davidson.
Right? Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson was there.
Who's an Eagles fan now?
Where's that come from?
I have no idea. Apparently, he's a big fan of Big Dom. He wears Big Dom shirts. And
who does? Davidson?
Davidson loves Big Dom for whatever reason.
Where's Kevin Costner come in with Pete Davidson?
I have no idea the Kevin Costner connection. Maybe they're doing a movie together or something.
That does. Yeah, I'm interested to see what movie the two of them could collaborate on.
It's a Western starring Pete Davidson.
That's why he's getting the tattoos removed.
610-632-0975. Back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champ, summary done with this Fanatic Sports Update. You're not dreaming. You have not woken up. Well, you might have woke up from a little bit of a daze, but it did happen last night. The Eagles win the Super Bowl over the Chiefs 40-22. The score doesn't really tell the full story of that game. It was never that close. 22 points was way too much for the way that defense played last night, dominating Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs offense. A tremendous effort up front. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Jalen Hunt having himself a game. They got after Mahomes all evening long. Cooper DeJean with a pick six. Zach Bond with an interception. The defense dominated. And on offense, running game didn't quite get going, but it did not matter because the passing game was there. Jalen Hurts, your Super Bowl MVP. And, of course, following the game, he got a chance to address some of the criticism that he has faced all season long and talk about, hey, critics, they can keep saying what they're saying as long as this keeps ending up in Super Bowls.
So I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
For the second time in franchise history, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. The parade Friday, the party continuing on throughout the week. We'll be here to celebrate with you right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Cooper DeJean is not a safety. Right? Is that what Ray's doing here?
I don't have the lyrics of the song, but I figured someone out there would pick up if I'm playing Billie Jean what I mean by Billie Jean.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Mike Missanelli Show, 610-632-0975. I alluded to it earlier. State Farm, they got to change their tack now. No more Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. Those commercials will wither and die. They got to have a new commercial set up, and I'm thinking it could be Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, and here's the way to go. It'd be Nick in the driveway. They're playing basketball like Draymond and his kid, right? They're bouncing the ball, and Sirianni goes to Jalen. Jalen, there's some people out there, some folks out there that don't take the time to get really good homeowners insurance.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else, Jalen. You got to first and foremost, you got to protect your home.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
That's right. You keep the.
Oh man!
And then the fumble Rich Cadu goes away. Jalen and Nick.
Man, they're going to replace Reed and Mahomes in all the commercials.
There you go.
Sirianni finally getting some respect, and Jalen Hurts as well.
All right, Sirianni was talking about Vic Fangio last night as well. Vic, he went to the party. You see that? The post-game party. Went to the party, just sat around.
Yeah.
And he left at 1:30.
Who did, Vic?
Vic. Got out of there. It's a young man's game, that party.
Finally got a ring, man.
Vic got out there with his longtime girlfriend of 14 years.
Finally got a ring. Well-deserved for Vic Fangio.
You have no comment for that?
What, his girlfriend of 14 years?
Yeah.
It's a crazy way also to gloss over that comment. We're talking about girlfriend of 14 years. You say finally gets a ring.
Well, yeah, he gets a ring. Well, there was an article last week about Fangio, and it said boyfriend, father, grandfather, coach, mentor. It left out husband.
He's a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And last night was confirmed. His longtime girlfriend of 14 years. I don't know much about his personal life. But he's like Charlie Manuel's got to have the longtime girlfriend. So these old guys, they just partner up.
And the article also talked about how not only does he have the longtime girlfriend, he still has his 20-year-old Lexus that has a couple 100,000 miles on it.
Who, Vic does?
Vic Fangio, yeah.
He's a simple man from Dunmore, PA.
He is a simple man.
They mine coal up there, dude.
He's a simple man, but he is a defensive genius.
Football saved him from the mines. That sounds like a movie. All the right things.
But little Tom Cruise. How about Tom Cruise doing the intro last night?
Tom's. I don't know.
What was that about? Why Tom Cruise of all the people? I mean, I don't have anything against him.
Brady's he's really Botoxed up. You think he is?
My wife said that Brady's face looked weird. She said.
Yeah, it's I think he got the cheek. That what do you call that fat that they suck out of the cheek now, Ray?
Yeah, I had a lot of work done. So
feral fat. What is it called?
No idea.
It's got some kind of a name. They suck out the fat from underneath it, and they give you a cheekbone.
Usually this is where I would Google something so we have an answer to it. I don't even know how to Google that one.
Bill Googles everything. He's not Googling this.
I'm not going to Google this.
Feral fat.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us who people are listening to right now?
All right, you're listening to WPN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group Station. He's focused. He's focused on Sirianni love right now.
Oh, man.
He's a little dizzy. And we're broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. Let's go in the 11 o'clock hour with Steve from Frankfurt to start things off. Stevie, what's up, buddy?
Mike, how you doing, man?
Good.
Man, that was such a great win. First, I don't know if you remember me, but I won second place in the Pie Oh My sweepstakes at FanFest.
Oh.
And it actually changed my life, Mike.
Yes, I do remember you.
Yeah, but to the Eagles, that was, like you said, I was about the third quarter, I was saying this is the best Eagles game I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, to me, I've been through championships. Like the 83 Sixers may be one of the best teams of all time in the NBA, right? But basketball is secondary to football in this town. If you win a football game like that and you win the Super Bowl like that, it's got to be the greatest sports victory of all time.
Right, and football is king. And,
exactly.
And we dethroned the current king. We killed two potential three-peats. And, the way we took Mahomes down, they got to be looking over their shoulder at the Eagles for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I think that we've seen the Chiefs now. They're going to wither a little bit. They hit
that's what I was thinking.
they were at that peak. I'm shocked that some sportsbook has them as the betting favorite to win next year's Super Bowl. I really am.
And more disrespect for the Eagles to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right, man. But some books have the Eagles. The Eagles are going to be good. I mean, what's the attrition that they're going to have is just going to be maybe at a couple positions. Now, that's an important position, Zach Bond, and they're probably not going to pay him.
I think that they will.
You think so?
I think they'll pay Zach Bond. I think they probably lose Milton Williams. You're going to have to figure out what you're doing with Milton Williams and Josh Sweat along that defensive line because both of those guys are free agents. What are you going to do with Mekhi Becton on the offensive line? I mean, we'll debate this all summer.
Sweat made himself some money last night.
Sweat played his best game of his Eagles career probably last night. Once again, talking about Howie Roseman, when they made the decision this offseason to trade away Reddick but restructure Sweat, me and a lot of people thought that was a mistake. Figure out how to keep Reddick and maybe trade away Josh Sweat. They did the reverse. I think it worked out pretty damn good.
Yeah. It did. Let's go. Fred, New Orleans. Fred was at the game. He lives in Kansas City. Fred, tell me about the experience.
Well, just to tell you, I'm 71 years. I have no voice. I'm 71 years old. Moved to Kansas City 3 years ago for my family, and the flight out was awesome. It was all Kansas City fans and me. And we get tickets to the game. We go in. And I was telling the producer, when the Eagles came running out of the tunnel, jumping all over the place, Nick Sirianni was sitting on the bench, like with his feet up, relaxing.
Oh, boy,
That's
different
how
Nick.
chill he was for the game.
Yeah, a different Nick. He found maturity.
Nick.
He didn't even mention his family or Mount Union last night.
No. And Eagles fans and they're panning the stadium for all the celebrities. They go through Bradley and a bunch of people. When they showed Taylor Swift, a boo came out of the stadium like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, well, she should have got booed. She's a traitor.
She's a traitor.
A traitor because the boyfriend plays for the Chiefs. She got to abandon her whole mindset of being an Eagle fan.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, but it was. I mean, you talk about watching a relaxed Eagles game. You sat back, and after the first quarter, that defense, you knew we had it the game all the way.
I know, man. I know. It was really spectacular.
So I won a few shekels. I did a Smith and Hertz parlay. So that was like just 10 gets me 70. That was a much. And then 100 on the game. So it was a good day.
Yeah, that's good, man. I tell you what, you got a good connect there. Eagle fan living in KC was in New Orleans for the game. You hit the trifecta.
I hit the trifecta, and Bourbon Street was awesome last night.
Oh, I can imagine. So, describe that scene for me. What was it like?
Well, it's just you didn't see a Kansas City fan. All Eagles fans and hugging, high-fiving.
Wait, were they climbing poles?
They were not climbing poles. They didn't grease them either. They were not climbing any poles.
That's interesting because they climbed a pole here. I saw it live on the news. Somebody was up at the top. I didn't get that fireworks in the middle of the street thing. Why people didn't shut that thing down? Somebody get hurt with that.
Yeah, it's exciting out there, but it's scary. I was out there in 08 when the Phillies won, and all of a sudden people go, "Watch out!" The traffic light landed 2 feet away from me.
Yeah, there were a couple incidents like that last night. We'll go over a few of them, but this Taylor Swift thing bugs me a little bit, right? So, like Republicans and Democrats marry each other, don't they? Like they're in the same household,
and you don't necessarily change your political views.
Right.
So you think she should have stayed true to the Eagles?
Well, she can be a Chiefs fan throughout, and maybe she's got to lay low for the Eagles game. Huh? Same with her father. Father's an Eagle fan. Like do something like that.
I mean,
don't go to the game.
I know it may be not a apples to apples comparison, but Jason Kelsey said he's rooting for the Eagles, and that's his brother.
Yeah.
This is her boyfriend.
She should have gotten out of the suite and gone into the players' wives' lounge and just hung out. Because they were beat. Their ass was beat. Like 31-0. That's what she should have checked out.
Yeah, and I think Kelsey has to retire, man. He's hit a wall.
I don't care.
I think he's done.
I couldn't care.
Well, if he retires, you don't see any more Taylor Swift.
God bless him. Yeah, retire. 610-632-0975. All right, when do you want to do this thing?
Well, little Sirianni love?
Yeah, when are you ready? When are you poised?
Dude, I was ready when the clock struck 0 last night.
I'll tell you what, then. When we come out of the break, new bars that he's written for Sirianni Love. I'm going to try to follow along. I don't know the bars, but I'm going to try to accompany a little background harmony.
All right, so we'll get back. We'll set it up, and then we'll hit.
Coming up. Don't miss it. Tell your friends and neighbors. Sirianni Love coming your way after this.
Tyrone Johnson.
Eleven. Mike Missanelli Show with Bill Colarulo. We're Ray Dunn. We will all be part of this next feature, ladies and gentlemen. You've been waiting for it all morning. I saw it on social media last night. Bill, as soon as he walks into a place, people go, Sirianni love. So Bill took pen to pad, like all the great artists do. And they write verses. So we're going beyond the one verse of Sirianni love today. Putting it all together with Ray as the MC.
Yeah, we're going to try to make this an epic one. This has been our tradition. This has been our Victory Monday tradition, dating all the way back to probably around the bye week.
Yeah, and I'm going to accompany. If Bill is RZA, I'm Method Man.
Well, let's start it off with a little stat, and then we'll get into the song. How about that? There are only 3 coaches in NFL history that have a career winning percentage over 700 and a Super Bowl victory. Vince Lombardi, John Madden, and Nick Sirianni. Hit it, Ray. Here we go, baby. A Super Bowl victory edition of Sirianni Love. Sirianni knows how to coach.
Knows how to coach.
Sirianni knows how to coach.
Knows how to coach.
In the city of brotherly love.
Brotherly love.
He keeps on winning. Keeps on winning.
Keeps on winning.
All right, here we go. These are special lyrics. Now let me welcome everybody to the Super Bowl win, where the Eagles fly high. Let the celebration begin. Phillies in the house. We took it all. Yeah, it's Eagles love, making those critics crawl.
Oh.
Now in Philly, we don't play no games. Jalen Hurts on the field, putting others to shame. Throwing touchdowns, running them in. Question him again, it will be a sin. Nick Sirianni, yeah, he's running the show. He's got the squad locked down. They're ready to go. The culture's on fire. No one can stop. Eagles took the crown. They came out on top.
Stop.
And how about that defense? Don't forget about Vic. He shut down Mahomes. We made him sick.
Vic.
So Philly, we the champs. No one can deny. From Hurts to Sirianni, we soaring high. Super Bowl 59. It's our year to shine. EAGLES. Philly, it's our time. Sirianni love, baby. Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl champs. Mic drop.
Oh!
Yeah!
It was solid gold, folks. And you heard it.
Woo! All right, I need a break. I'm going to pass out.
That was well done.
I'm going to pass out.
I think he blacked out in the middle of that song.
Oh, man.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Never felt so good.
White Thought. There he is.
Yeah, that was in honor of Cooper DeJean and the Exciting Whites. Oh, man. Me or Kendrick Lamar, Ray? Me or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar for sure. I appreciate your effort.
The reviews are coming in. Text us on the text board, 610-632-0975. What's the chat board saying? You can tweet us. You can tweet me, Mike Miss25. You can tweet Bill. Give us the feedback on what you just heard. It was a once-in-a-lifetime performance. Let's go to it.
We need to find a music producer.
All I need was Serena Williams dancing in the background. We would have been gold. Let's go, Nick in Florida. Nick, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Nick.
Guys, how you doing?
What's up, Nick?
I'm doing good. So, should I get my Eagles chant out of the way first?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
EAGLES, Eagles!
There you go.
All right, let me get to So I'm glad it's on Valentine's Day. We drove up for the last parade. Long story short, had a flat tire on the way up. 24-hour tire service. Made it just in time for the parade. So this time, I'm glad it's on Valentine's Day because we can go like the night before, like get comfortable, take my wife, the kids all out to Valentine's Day dinner and stuff like that. Get comfortable, have a good time and stuff like that.
You're emotional, Nick.
Oh man, dude, it's like I'm just so happy that we blew them out. That's the big thing is like because that last Super Bowl, is the way it ended. Just getting it out, just getting it done, like, the way we did it, just dominant. It was like, there's no questions about it. So, But the only thing I was going to say after that is, like, I kind of feel like putting Sweat and Vaughn as a priority to kind of solidify things and then let everything else happen, like, throughout the draft. And then I kind of want to, like, give a, food for thought, like, where do we go for offensive coordinator now? That kind of thing. I mean, do we go with, like, an older guy like Fangio so we don't get poached again?
I think finding an offensive coordinator, thanks for calling that, I think it would be relatively easy. And here's why. They've got a template now on how they're most successful. And unless, like, he gets hurt next year, Saquon, or he runs out of steam, whatever it is, they'll have to be a little more creative. The offensive coordinator does not have to be this crazy, sophisticated, new idea type of guy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting on the direction they go. And again, we're reacting to our celebration, so we'll debate all this over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, do they promote from within? We know how much Sirianni respects Kevin Patullo, their passing game coordinator. Or does he go outside the organization and bring a guy like Frank Reich back?
Don't give me Frank.
Well,
Reich.
that could satisfy the caller's point of bringing in Vic Fangio type.
What's Frank Reich? Come on, you can't go to Frank.
Well, look, Frank Reich was a decent offensive coordinator. He's not a great head coach over the years, but he could be a good coordinator.
I don't like it.
That was the first phone call he made.
Oh, Sirianni loves
outside of his dad, of course.
Yeah, Sirianni loves Frank.
Yeah, he loves Frank. Maybe he will bring him in. I don't know. I don't like retreads.
Well, Kellen Moore was a retread. Never a head coach, but he was the offensive coordinator in Dallas, then
younger
L.A.
Guy. And Reich's 100 years old now.
Yeah, he is he's up there.
All right, let's go to Ralph in Puerto Rico. Ralph, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
How you doing, Ralph?
Birds, baby. We're champs, man. We're champs.
Look at you. You're a little hoarse. Were you yelling last night? Where were you watching the game?
Man. Yep. I was at my buddy's house. A couple of Philadelphia guys. We just got together with our families. And,
beautiful.
I can't. I'm ecstatic.
Beautiful.
Ecstatic. I got to watch with my kids. This is my second Super Bowl. My oldest thing is to watch. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I was yelling all the way down. I was hoping they could hear me in Philly and in New Orleans, all the way from Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
I was shot. But it was a wonderful time, man. It was a wonderful time. It's a great time to be a fan, and it was just wonderful. I'm ecstatic, man. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you.
I hear you, Ralph. We just want to hear your excitement, man. This is the whole point of today. We want to hear the people. The people are emotional. People are hoarse. It's a beautiful thing. This is what's great. It's ultimately it's great for the city of Philadelphia. Like, we can look at the team, how great the team is, but the people that share in this, like last night, the streets were flooded all over. We've now heard from like 5 different geographical areas of people that were watching that game last night.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It was wonderful.
All right, Rob, you take it easy now, huh?
You take it easy.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you Friday.
There you go. Hasta luego.
That's right, Friday, man. Has it set in yet, though, for a lot of people? Like, I'm excited. I'm celebrating, but it's still like, it feels surreal. Like, the season's over. The Eagles are Super Bowl champs, and we just watched the greatest season in franchise history. I mean, this team won 18 games this year, man. 18 games, and they haven't lost, really, with their quarterback since September.
The great Spanky is up next.
Phenomenal.
There's our caller. Keep coming in. 610-632-0975. The day belongs to y'all. That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle. Mike Missanelli Show
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
After this.
That sounds like a DNA thing.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic update that is brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app today. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. No, you're not dreaming. Yes, you might be waking up a little bit of a daze today, but they really did win that game last night. And not just won the game, dominated the game. Crushed that Chiefs team. 40-22, a final score that's much closer than that game ever felt. They dominated defensively, especially Cooper DeJean, a pick six, Zach Bond with an interception. Josh Sweat made himself a lot of money last night with a tremendous performance. Milton Williams had a forced fumble, recovered that same fumble. He had a big night. Jalen Hunt, a big night off the edge. The entire front got after Patrick Mahomes, made him look very human in that game. And on the other side, for the second time in 3 years, Jalen Hurts outperformed Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. Hurts takes home your Super Bowl MVP and addresses the critics post-game.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
It was a beautiful night in Philadelphia leading into a beautiful week. The celebration continues. You can chime in with us at 610-632-0975. This update brought to you by Electrical Workers Local 269 and the Electrical Training Alliance, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269. Will be accepting applications starting January 1st until March 31st at IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the 76ers and the Flyers, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
a little while ago. Let's get some Sirianni love from his post game, like right after the game. Man, he was cool, calm, and collected too. Interviewed on the field, interviewed after the game at the podium. I want to hear when he says, Bill, iron sharpens iron. I want to go right to the tool shed.
The key to that point is the intensity at which we practice at. And when you're practicing with that kind of intensity, training camp, you're getting those matchups. So you have no choice but to get better. And, it truly is. This is the greatest team sport there is. Iron sharpens iron. I've been saying a lot today and throughout the whole year that you cannot be great without the greatness of others. That applies to coaches. That applies to player. And, I know that it takes selflessness to be able to, Jalen said it awesome one time, just because we're not winning a certain way, it's crazy. Sometimes we're answering questions on how we win. It's hard to win in this league. It's a struggle every week to win in this league. And it's just because we're not winning a certain way or the way people perceive that we should win doesn't mean we can't. And, today we needed the efforts of everybody. So.
Oh, he's so inspiring.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Dog mentality.
That's right there with dog mentality. It's right there with it's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
Right there with it's a DNA thing.
That sounds like a DNA thing.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
man,
so good.
these are just classics.
They can do whatever they want.
Let's go to the Fox audio because I want to hear from Mr. Owner. Mr. Owner was interviewed, beaming after the game, with Terry Bradshaw at the podium. Here it is. That's all right. We'll get it eventually. Jeff's getting a little. He's late to the podium. He's walking up now. I think he's ready. All right, Terry's got him now. Terry have him. That was my bad, Ray. I left you. I left you out to dry there. Here we go. This is Terry Bradshaw with Mr. Owner.
Jeffrey Lurie, congratulations on behalf of the beautiful Caesar Superdome here in New Orleans in the great state of Louisiana. Fox Sports is proud to present to you, the Eagles, and all your marvelous fans, this Lombardi Trophy. What does it mean to you?
Terry, Jeff.
I'm not going to turn loose of this microphone.
So, you know what? This is a very, very special Eagles family. Incredible, talented players that happen to be unselfish and humble every single day of the year. A credit to our coaching staff led by Nick. Howie and his staff, unbelievable. And by the way, about 200 other people that are the support staff that you'll never hear about, and a few dogs, too. And to our amazing fans, your Eagles are world champions again. Love you, Mom.
Oh, he dropped a love you, Mom. That's great from Jeff right there.
Well, since Mom gave him the money for the team, that's the least he could do. Say, I love you, Mom. Why do people try to grab the microphone? Leave the microphone alone, man. You don't have to grab the microphone. You go stick it in your face. What's up with that grab of the microphone?
I don't know. I think it gives you more of like control.
Oh, he's a control freak, Jeff?
Yeah, like you get more control. You feel more confident in what you're saying than like leaning in when someone has the mic.
Some dogs. Did he mean DOWGs or did he mean regular dogs?
Dog mentality.
Because the sports staff brought their dogs. Is that what he was saying? Pets?
No, it's a
He
good
probably
question.
went literally. I don't see him as a dog.
He's a dogsman.
No, I mean like literally within like dogs. I think they probably have dogs.
I think he took his dogs.
So you're saying DOG.
I'm saying DOG.
Yeah,
I'm not going with the
dog mentality.
I know that he takes his dog goes to my doggy daycare.
Oh,
yeah, he doesn't bring it.
That checks. Yeah,
a servant brings it of some sort. But yeah, he brings his dog to my. I'll give a shout out to the Rough House people. They're great people.
While we're going to the giving up the mic thing, back to that for a second.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take the mic from him, but someone should take the mic from Terry. I think it's 2025. We've evolved past the need for the Terry Bradshaw post-game interview.
Who would you select for that?
Maybe not anyone right now. You know what? Put Kurt up there.
Holly Rowe. I'm going to go Holly Rowe.
Wait.
Just put Kurt up there.
Did I see that Jimmy Johnson retired? Was that whole AI thing?
I'm very confused as to what he has to be retiring, right? You don't do a 10-minute package with AI to say like, "Yeah, we appreciate you."
Yeah, like they didn't formally announce a retirement, but yeah, they honored him in a weird artificial intelligence type thing. Because I was going to say Terry should probably call it a day too. I mean, they need to kind of revamp that halftime show or pregame show, and I know Mike's going to agree with me. Get Gronkowski off of there.
So I think he was on there because he's probably taking Jimmy Johnson's spot.
Ray. The guy
agree.
can't even form sentences.
I'm not against this. I agree.
He's got this. He's like
he's a character. I get
there's
it.
something wrong with the guy.
Just do bits with him. All right? Just
something
do bits.
wrong with him.
Yeah, like you could
5
do
minutes.
bits, make him funny, do whatever you need to do, but he should not be on a panel of analysts. He can't form sentences.
It was cool, though, last night because you could tell he did not want to be the one that starts giving credit to the Chiefs coming back at halftime. Like, oh, a guy that knows a thing or two about comebacks, and Gronk's like, don't you put this on me. Like, I'm not going to say Mahomes has come back this game. I watched that first half.
Yeah. Well,
it's never over with number 15, Tom Brady said. 37 to 6.
He said, what were his exact words? I tweeted it. I couldn't believe it. He said, hold on a second here. Let me get the exact wording. Did Brady just say it's never over till it's over as long as number 15 is out there?
Yeah.
I go, Jesus H, Tommy Handsome. It's friggin' 37 to 6.
People bring out their TV guides to see what else is on right now.
Let's go to Ish in Levittown. Ish, you're on 97.5, The Fanatic. Ish.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
What's going on, Ish?
Right now. How are you guys?
Good, man. We're doing good.
First, I just want to give a shout-out to Darren Orlowski, and I want to give a shout-out to L. Duncan. I was actually arguing with L. Duncan via Instagram about Nick Sirianni, so I'm glad I got my point across.
Wait a minute.
And
You were going against L. Duncan? Where? On Twitter?
Live. No, on Instagram Live. She was on
Instagram Live? You had like a convo with her?
Yeah, we was going back and forth.
Were you shooting a shot, Ish?
No.
All right.
She was saying Nick Sirianni was going to be the blow up of this team earlier during the season, and I just reported her comments back to her, and I asked her, what do you think now? And she didn't really have much to say.
Okay.
So, but I'm glad for the Eagles. Jalen silenced his critics. He outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl, and this person should have been up on that stage. Bill Calhoun should have been up on that stage with the Lombardi Trophy.
Thanks, Ish.
He's the champion, and he's championed us through this whole Nick Sirianni thing, and that's all I can say because I'm out of breath, but I have one more thing to say. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Woo!
Love it, Ish. Love it.
The hell was...
Well, Ish clearly was at work because he's kind of keeping it hush.
Well, he said he's out of voice.
Yeah, but I thought he was kind of keeping it low. Ray's about to walk out of the studio.
What?
He hung up his headphones. He's putting his jacket on.
Well, when we need a soft sotto voce Eagles cheer, we'll go to Ish.
The only person who may have been more right than me has been Ish because he calls up every day and says, Bill's right. Bill deserves a statue. Bill deserves a painting. Bill deserves to be on there with the Lombardi Trophy. Ish, you are a wise man. A very wise man.
You gonna stand by that one forever? You want that to be your legacy? You've been right about a lot.
Right. Can we get to the text board before we get to the break? What are people saying about the version of Sirianni Love with the new bars?
So the chat board I did see on YouTube had, I believe it was Eminem, Snoop, and Bill as the next halftime show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Can you get into like one of those the street rap contests with those guys?
Yeah, one of those freestyle things.
Huh?
Yeah, the only thing I got from my wife was divorceable is the text that I received.
Well, you got a lot of fans. The text board was impressed. Gina from Southwest Florida, Sirianni Love was great today. Loved Bill's rendition of it. Thank you for getting me through this day in which I had very little sleep. The best version of California Love I've ever heard. No, it's Sirianni Love, guys. Bill raps like a 65-year-old overweight man. Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a pretty good one, that one. Sirianni Love was cringe. Sirianni Love was great. I guess we see Sirianni Love, all caps, championship Sirianni Love, baby. Yeah, Bill, we did it. Woo, world. You guys can't type those things, so I'll read them.
Yeah.
Don't type words I can't read on the air, man. I'm delirious right now.
Ricky Vaughn on the YouTube chat says, who are the best 5 rappers in the world? Bill, and Bill. Thank you, Ricky Vaughn.
Ricky Vaughn. 610-632-0975. Remember Ricky Vaughn? Remember that scene?
Major
Here
League?
comes the girl coming out of the bedroom. He looks at Jake Taylor and goes, I didn't know who she was.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I haven't seen Major League in years.
It was Roger Dorn's wife.
I haven't seen Major League in
Dorn's
years.
wife saw Roger Dorn cheating on him in the video after they clinched the pennant. And then so to get back at him, she slept with Ricky Vaughn. What is it with you?
I don't remember.
How do you not remember that from Major League?
I barely slept last night.
610-632-0975. Back after this.
The Philadelphia 76ers
baby.
Wait, were people riding horses through the streets last night?
I don't know. It was crazy out
I just
there.
saw some video. Horses clumping down the street.
I'm sure it was crazy out there. I was just looking at it on the TV, man. People riding horses? Where was that?
I just
Broad
saw
Street?
a scene in Philadelphia where somebody would ride. They were riding horses. Must be from the horse club. I don't know.
Pretty awesome, man. What a night. I just ran into Paul Blake, a big boss, in the hallway. It's like, and he's all fired up. He's wearing his Eagles shirt. I'm like,
yeah,
this is the most fun show I've ever had. I mean, talk about a year, Mike. You come back in August. I started here in January. Mike came back the last time the Phillies won the World Series, right? Is that what it was? Or was it when did you start? Was
2008, I came back to Philadelphia. Boom. They win the World Series. I take a 2-year hiatus recently. I come back.
Now the Eagles.
They win the World Series.
Win the Super Bowl.
They win the Super Bowl when I was here in 2017. Oh, not this. Yeah, what did I say? World Series.
Yeah, you said World Series again.
Yeah,
so
2017. I'm here. They win the Super Bowl. We have the big parade. We're parched up there by the Bellevue for the parade, which I believe we're going to be this week as well.
I don't know if we got the full details yet. We're waiting for the details, but it's going to be awesome. But
Yeah.
I said to Paul,
So I go away. They lose the Super Bowl.
You come back.
They win.
See, it's all thanks to Mike. Maybe I should do Missanelli love next time.
I think that would be a good idea.
We'll do a little Mikey Miss rap.
Yeah, you have the same amount of vowels in it, I believe.
But this is the most fun. I mean, to wake up and come to work today, it's like a pinch me moment where you realize how lucky you are that we get to talk sports in the greatest sports city in the world the day after the Eagles just won the damn Super Bowl. I mean, like, this is surreal, Mike. It is absolutely surreal.
It is. Did you watch the game that led it up to the Super Bowl, the Sixers?
It was on. I was doing the pregame show down on South Street at Patty Wax, brought to you by FanDuel and Corona.
Our good friends at Corona.
And our good friends
Great
at Corona.
friends at Corona. Incredible friends
and it
at
was
Corona.
on, and I was watching it. It was disappointing. Disappointing.
I did a cigar for the first half with the intention of doing another one for the second half. The game was over at halftime. I didn't even need to blow another cigar in the second half.
At least Maxey continued his streak of over 25 points. That's pretty much all we got.
Yeah, after the game. I watched the game in which it was revealed that Embiid said he needs another surgery.
Yeah, it
And
could
then
be out for a long time.
Then we'll see how we handle that from this point on. It's funny that the Sixers haven't said that. I'm sure they love the fact that he said that.
All right, we're not bringing people down today, though.
Let's go to Spanky in Overbrook. Spanky, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Spanky! Spankster! Oh, no. Come on, Spank. You're killing me.
Yeah, here I am.
Oh, there he is. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Mike. I'm going crazy. I'm going to quote the late, great Duke. You see, he's not a machine. He's a man. He's cut.
He was spitting that, too.
Oh, my God, Mike.
Uh-huh.
I want all of your love, all of your might. Now take it to him. And that's exactly what we did yesterday. I told you, Mike. I told you he is not the GOAT, man. Listen, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. But I think the accolades was too much right now. I knew that. I said last week that the key to us was going to be we got to get to him and get him on the ground. And here's the difference between when we played them last time and this time. We got younger, faster, hungrier, stronger dudes. Young bucks up front. Simple as that.
No, you're right. You're right about that. And getting him on the ground really made him skittish. I mean, you could just his facial expression and their whole mindset. Their gig was blown early, and they knew it.
I'm talking, Mike. It was unbelievable. That game was over in the first. I thought that game was over in the first. I'm gonna say the first half. I'm gonna get because I thought maybe they might made a little bit of a comeback because they got the ball coming back in the second half. That game was over.
The 24th point was the one that cooked it for me. That was the end.
It killed them.
At 17-0, they had a shot to stay close, maybe, but at 24-0, it was over.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna tell you something. The first time, I'm a big time fan. I used to turn down sex after bad losses, right?
I remember you telling me that. Yep.
Yeah. So that's how bad. That's how much I love this team. I cried the first when they went there with T.O. I cried that game because we should have beat them then. I thought we had a chance to beat them, but they was the up and coming squad, the Patriots. Okay, no big deal.
Yeah.
When we won it with Doug, I cried my eyes out, man, because I ain't never thought I was going to see it, because I just didn't think that I was ever going to see one. I'm 54 right now. I didn't think I was going to see it. This time, and when they lost the last time with Jalen, I was upset because I thought we got gagged, but that's okay. I didn't even cry this time. You know why? Because it was laughable at that point. It was laughable.
Yeah.
Them dudes are done. We the next team, Mike. We the next team.
I hear you. Spanky, thank you for the call. I hear the emotion in everybody's voice. It's just fantastic.
It's a beautiful day, man. It is a beautiful day. But like Spanky said, he cried the last time. It was almost like unbelievable when they won Super Bowl 52. And now, as surreal as it is, it's like, yeah, they were the best team all damn season. I know they had the little hiccup in week 4 in Tampa when they didn't have a lot of players and they go into the bye week. After the bye, they have been the best team in the NFL. They have not lost. Outside of that fluky loss to Washington where Hurts gets hurt early in 4 minutes, they haven't lost to anybody. And this defense did to Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes what they've done to everybody. They shut down Matthew Stafford twice. They shut down Lamar Jackson. They shut down Joe Burrow. They shut down Jordan Love. And now they shut down the GOAT, quote unquote, Patrick Mahomes on the biggest stage. What a season, man. What a season, Raymond.
All right, let's hear Tom Brady. The one thing that I didn't like was a little cringy was A.J. Brown yelling at Sirianni yelling back to him on the sidelines. I don't understand why. Like, dude, they were up, what, 24-0 at the time?
Yeah, I don't know if A.J. was directing his frustration towards Sirianni or if it was directed towards the quarterback. Yeah, because the play was there.
Yeah, it was a misread.
It was a misread. A.J. goes deep. Hurts doesn't see him or didn't have time to see him or whatever. But I'm with you. It just, come on, man. Moment in time. Like, you got to know the situation. You're up 24-0 in the Super Bowl. You don't get jawing.
Yeah.
Now, to Sirianni's credit, and you know I'm going to give it to him when I can give it to him.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
This is the way he handles his guys, because then a couple plays later, he goes over and he's joking with A.J. They bring out the book of inner excellence, and he calms the situation down. Like, he knows his guys. And then today, did you see he was wearing A.J. Brown's high school jersey to the press conference? So for whatever reason, Sirianni knows what buttons to push with these guys.
He does. Tom Brady on the other side, in reference to Kevin Burkhardt talking about A.J. complaining and then getting a TD. We'll hear that on the other side. 610-622-0975. So many people out there saying, Bill was right. Bill was right about Sirianni the whole time. And we're sitting here at 97.5 The Fanatic going, well, we hate to say Bill is right, but he is. But let's just hold
I can't hear it enough.
Yeah.
So if you want to call in to just say it.
That's why we're not telling you. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles beat the Chiefs 40-22 in a game that wasn't that close, dominating Kansas City in Super Bowl 59 down there in New Orleans. The defensive effort was incredible in the game. The front got after Patrick Mahomes, made him look human. He threw 2 interceptions, one of them a pick 6 for Cooper DeJean, the other Zach Bond intercepting that one. On the offensive side of things, running game never got going, and it didn't end up mattering. Jalen Hurts, your Super Bowl MVP for the second time in 3 years. He outplays Mahomes in a Super Bowl, and Hurts got a chance post-game to address the critics.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
Second Super Bowl victory in the Eagles franchise history. The party continues this week, and the party continues on to Broad Street. A parade coming your way on Friday here in the city of Philadelphia to celebrate the championship won yesterday. This update is brought to you by Audible. If you're stuck in traffic, why not tap in your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Your expert insight on health, relationships, finance, and more. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, people are watching us on the YouTube. I want you to judge the hat competition. Judge the hats. Bill and I both have the Kelly Green Eagle hat, but that's where it stops.
Well, you'd have
you
to
see it in the front. Let's see it in the back.
Yeah, you'd have to wear it the way you don't like to wear it.
No, Bill. Let's show the people what your hat is. It's that feeble plastic piece where you put the nubs in the hole.
See, this is why I do it, though, because when you wear it backwards, I like the way it looks.
Look, we do is show more of your bald head.
With the trucker hat.
Now, look at this. I'll go backwards.
Oh. Mike, you look good with a backwards hat.
And look at that. It says Eagles right there. Quality fitted hat.
You look good in a backwards hat. It looks like he's about to be like, yo, 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 Sirianni love. Doesn't it? Mikey Miss?
Oh, man.
I didn't think we get to the world where he had the backwards hat.
What's the price of your hat? You couldn't spend an extra $4, $5 for fitted?
I don't like the fitted.
Come on, man.
I prefer.
Did you not like the fitted? Everybody likes the fitted, right?
I prefer the trucker.
You a fitted man?
I like the trucker hat.
I like the trucker.
Yeah, see, Ray does
You like
too.
the trucker?
Yeah.
A piece of plastic back there.
Right now, I'll be honest with you, I don't wear a lot of hats because I know the time in my life is going to come where I'm going to need to wear hats.
Listen.
Bill, I know you've gotten to that point.
7 and one half right here.
Listen.
Fitted perfectly.
Kids our age, like me and Ray. Kids our age, Ray.
I would say no.
That's not true. Don't you dare.
Ray,
I'm a bro.
Was that halftime show last night?
Hey, man, I'm a bro. Let's hang.
More for your generation, or do you think that transcended some of the older generations?
I think it was. I think if you were a Kendrick Lamar fan, you loved every second of it.
But I'm saying most Kendrick Lamar fans, what age? I mean, I think my age, you could still be fans of his, but it's more so.
Also, if you were
30s.
Following the back and forth between him and Drake, I think it had to be a big. Like, if you missed that entire timeline, if you just didn't care about that, I don't know how much it resonated with
you. A lot
you.
of people were critical of it, right? Now, I
know.
step out. I don't know. I can't judge. I don't know it well enough to judge whether it was good or not. I thought it was entertaining.
Now, Ray,
Ray, what do you think?
I loved it.
Give the background on why Serena Williams was dancing.
That's Drake's ex right there. I mean, there was a line in one of the diss tracks that Kendrick said, "Don't speak on Serena," and there's Serena dancing.
Well, dumb this down for people.
Yeah.
When you say the diss track towards Drake, a lot of people don't know this.
There were 4 of them.
Yeah,
There was quite a battle here.
There was a big feud last summer.
Here, let me explain it to you in terms that you get. What Kendrick did to Drake is a lot like what the Eagles did to the Chiefs in that football game. All right? You went in thinking it could be close, and it ended up not being close at all.
Why do people hate Drake? Why would Serena hate him?
Well, I mean, the ex, and then he spoke on it. He was not positive in his review of her post-relationship. He did not speak highly of the woman.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, I get that. So what does he do to people that make them hate him?
Well, right now, there was the back and forth between him and Kendrick, and honestly, it's just that Kendrick kind of wiped the floor with him, and Drake's kind of like it was a victory lap for Kendrick last night. Now, of course, if you want to go deep into what Kendrick's saying about what Drake does, not exactly good stuff.
Does it have to do with the fact it's Compton versus Canada in any form? Like Toronto?
I think it has to do more with the fact that Kendrick sees him more as someone that has utilized rap for his fame and acclaim and not necessarily given back to the game. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any growth to the rap game because Drake's a part of it. It's just Drake getting a check, and he doesn't see, the game being pushed further by him. He just sees him as, Mr. Hotline Bling.
And so why was Post Malone always disrespected?
Well, I mean, he's a Cowboys fan. That was a start.
Well, he was always disrespected. Why? Because he came from money. Post?
Yeah, I mean, I don't Post. I don't think I would put in the realm the nicest thing you could say about Drake.
Country guy, but early Post.
Yeah, but I don't think he was ever at the level of a Drake or a Kendrick
but he was always
or a J.
hated.
Cole.
He was hated from the jump by the rap community.
And tell us what we're listening to, Mike.
Oh, we're listening to WPN and WPN HD1 Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. The reigning Super Bowl champs, can they repeat? Well, I don't know. We'll be talking about that all week. But here he is, ladies and gentlemen, from Bethlehem, the fighting steel town, Greg. What's up, Greg?
Good morning, guys. Or good afternoon.
I love the chuckle every time, Greg. I love it.
From the fighting steel town of Bethlehem.
Absolutely. Yeah, this place was pretty wild up here about 50 years ago, I guess. But that didn't. I didn't cross over with that, but I like the new version of Sirianni Love. Bill, have you been signed with a label yet?
Not yet, but if they're listening,
Yeah.
I'll take. You can call
Fugazi
my
Records.
agent. You can call my agent, Mike Missanelli.
Yeah, there
at
you
Mikey
go.
Miss at bbgi.com.
There you go. I thought it was going to be a close game last night. I never expected the Eagles to bitch slap the. I guess I can say that, right? The Chiefs. One of the ways I figured you could gauge the success.
Wait, Greg, did you just say bitch slap?
Yeah.
That didn't flow.
No.
Yeah, you got to
Eagles fans are feeling confident today.
Yeah,
I love it, Greg.
That was a Bethlehem version of bitch slap. You got flow it better.
Well, he wasn't sure he was able to say it on the air. That's why he paused.
All right, got
I figured last night you could probably gauge the success of the Chiefs by the number of times that they showed Tay-Tay. Normally every time they do something good, she's on the screen, and I saw her once last night.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that they wouldn't show her after Kelsey's first drop. Like, that to me that's a golden moment for the anti-Ted people.
I know. I would have loved to have seen that. But Kelsey looked like his puppy just died the whole game.
Yeah, he did. He was out of it. He knew he was at the end. He wasn't really engaged in the game at all. He was beaten down by the score. He's walking into halftime like a hangdog, man. You can't do that when you're a veteran player like that.
No, when you're supposed to be a leader, you got to show a little more gumption, I suppose.
It's like I had the feed all over his face. He's walking into halftime going, we're done.
Yeah, it was a bunch of hangdog, and I don't know that I've ever seen at least an Eagles team that was so dominant in all three phases.
Oh, I agree with you, man. That was a great victory. I'm telling you, it was the best victory in Philadelphia sports history. We always compile a list, right? What's the list that we've always compiled? The most disappointing losses, right?
Yeah.
In Philadelphia sports history. There's no question in my mind that that's significance of that one. Even more than 2017, which broke the whole seal, right? This one was a dominant win where the whole nation is talking about you, where you dispatched a team that had won 2 Super Bowls in a row and were going for a three-peat. And like what? There's nothing other else I can compare it to.
You've seen more championships than me. I've seen 3 now. And 2017, that came down to literally the last play. It was back and forth the whole game. 2008, we got a rain delay and had to come back a couple days later and just had a couple of innings.
And they beat the Tampa Bay Rays. But
correct.
So it was it was great. But the Phillies beat the Kansas City Royals. The Sixers swept the Lakers. Now, that's significant.
I wasn't alive for that, but that was domination.
No, that is. But again, it's basketball.
Yeah.
It's not football. Football rules this town.
Well, on a single game that decides it, I'm not sure you're ever going to duplicate this.
I totally agree. All right, let's go Mike in Germantown. Mike, you're on 975 The Fanatic. What's up, Mike?
Yo, Mikey. Listen. I got to sing to Miss Lombardi first, okay? I'm gonna love you, girl, always. Oh, but then, listen, check me out, Mike. But I'm happy, Mike. Listen, man. Listen, we gotta show love to Jalen, to Howie, and Nick. Come on, man. Like they really listen. They've been punching bags for a while, man. But they showed us.
Yeah, well, Nick was certainly. Howie's going up and down with this fan base. He was kind of on a high. Nick, I'm surprised that we haven't had as much Nick worship today. Now, Bill did Sirianni love, and I expected people to say, that's right, Sirianni finally getting the respect he deserves.
Well, listen. I was a big critic of him. I was like, man, after Atlanta lost, I was like, what the are we doing? Yeah. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, it's easy. Stop going for it in the first half. So, when it was 4th down, they went for it down close. I was like, come on, man.
I think lost the game. To his credit, he had a transformation. And so that's where I'm most impressed. He knew he had to change. They told him he had to change. He changed, and they also changed the game plan. And everything was golden from that point on. So he's got my admiration and respect right now.
I get it, but listen to this. We should have won the other one when we played Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes fraud. He's not. Tom Brady is better. Okay, everybody get that first. Tom Brady.
I don't think was anybody saying that Mahomes is better than Brady.
Yeah, they was trying to pump him up. If he wins this one, put the air in him, boof, 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 pumping him up. I'm like, so he can bust. And that's what the Eagles did. They stuck the needle in him. Wow, get out of here. Go back down the range.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Was anybody saying? I guess if he won three Super Bowls, he would.
Because of his age.
Let's see, Brady was just. Nobody's going to pass him.
But listen, so that caller kind of taking a shot at Mahomes. Mahomes is great. This defense made him look bad. Like, I don't want to take anything away from this defense by saying that Mahomes isn't good. No. Mahomes is great. This defense shut him down and made him look like Sam Darnold.
I agree.
Give the credit to where it belongs.
Absolutely agree. And he looks scared for maybe the first time in his life. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Tyrone Johnson, Ricky Vitalico, and Silvana.
Brady doing the commentary. I thought he was good. Last night. I don't know what you think.
I think he was good in the NFC Championship game, and I liked him last night. Now, maybe it helped that the Eagles were dominating, so it made it a little bit more digestible.
Yeah, no, I thought he was good.
But
I thought he
liked him.
called out some good stuff. This is the Mike Missanelli Show. Bill Colarulo, Ray Dunn is with us. Tom Brady was talking with Kevin Burkhardt about A.J. complaining and then getting a TD. Here it is.
A.J. Brown had a little upset moment because they had a little confusion on the route like 30 seconds ago. But you know what? He's pretty happy right now. 24-zip birds. He's a receiver, KB.
He's a receiver. There it is.
Yeah, not the best moment for AJ last night.
No, but you know, I as much as he bugs me sometimes, I've now come around to the fact that wide receivers are all going to be punks, and that's the way it's going to work. But they're necessary. They're a necessary part of a team. They're a guy that gets maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 targets per whatever, how many plays, 62 plays in a game. And most of the time they're out there idle. So they want to contribute.
Yeah, most of your best receivers are going to be that way. They're competitors. But I didn't love the moment, but hey, they won. AJ's happy. Devontae's happy. What a catch by Devontae, by the way. Jalen threw a dime, but that was a great catch. When you see that replay, the defender's got his arm in there. Super Bowl champs, man. Still can't believe it.
I want to get the Gene pick in here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because we got to.
Let's hear it. On his birthday, no less.
The white man taking it to the house.
A white man at cornerback. You don't see that.
You don't see it very much. Here it is.
3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking. Firing. Intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown.
Incredible, man.
The brothers are gone. What are you, from South Africa?
No, the best one I saw was...
You used to have white Russian sprinters in the Olympics.
I think Dominique Foxworthy tweeted it out. He said he plays more like DeJean Cooper. Foxworthy said. That's a pretty good one. DeJean Cooper. But look, you look at what we talk about Howie Roseman. To get Quinyon Mitchell in the first round and then follow it up with Cooper DeJean in the second round, this is why we're so excited about the future of this team, not only winning the Super Bowl now, but what they can do. They're so young. And then Jalen Hunt's another one.
Let's give some praise to the head coach today, because he had some really interesting things to say after the game. He was really good in his messaging. So let's go Nick Sirianni 5 on his post-game, Ray.
We had great OTAs. We had great training camp. We were developing as a team. And just because the outside world tells you to feel a certain way doesn't mean that we were feeling that way, right? We knew we had a special team. We knew we had a group of guys that could do some special things, but it was going to take day in, day out work. And so it was just putting your head down and working and saying, how are we going to put ourselves in the best position to win that Cleveland game? It wasn't like, hey, how are we going to get to 6-2? It was like, how are we going to win this game? Then it was going to be how we won the next game. It's boring, but it's truly just trying to get a little bit better each day. But that's the thing that you'll remember is the daily grind of and emptying the tank every single week, to try to win each week. And so we just doubled down on the things we knew to be true. We knew we had special players. We knew we had special coaches. We knew we had special front office and special people in the building. And our goal was to do it together and just stick together and go.
Boom. That's my coach right there.
There you go.
There he is.
My coach.
I'm the smartest coach in the world.
I also want to, believe it or not, give a little credit to the kicker. I don't do this very often, but here's
here's
why I'm going to do it. Because a penalty backed them up, and he had to kick a 50-yarder. And I said, the magic 5-0 comes into play here. How would he handle this in his head? He knows 50 or more. He's been a little uncertain. So here it is, kicky boy, Jake Elliott.
We make it a 5-possession game. Elliott, kick is up. It is drilled. It's good.
That's solid. Perfect. Would have been gone from 60.
That's what they said. Yeah, he went 4 for 4 from field goal, 4 for 4 extra points.
We should have known that. It was indoors.
The whole team showed up, man. The whole team.
Let's go to Kerry in South Jersey. What's up, Kerry?
Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. The best victory Monday we could have ever hoped for.
What was your? Where'd you watch the game?
Oh, Mike, I was at home with the fam. My 2-year-old nephew. Oh, Eagles! EATLES. He knows it. He bleeds green. He's our good luck charm. Oh, and I'm here for it, boys. I'm here for it.
Look at you now, Carrie. Did you hear the Bill rendition of Sirianni Loved expanded version?
I sent the text where sorry, Ray, where he almost cursed. I wrote "World effing champion."
I haven't
That
slept.
was me.
Okay.
That was me because I was trying to get in. I didn't know if I'd get in today. It's been busy.
It has been very busy today.
Gentlemen, World Championship Mike Missanelli show, followed by a Super Bowl to remember. I've got 2 words: inner excellence, and by that I mean, look at Jalen Hurts. He shuts out the outside. He shuts out the haters. It just breeds more brilliance and excellence. I'm so proud to have, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and we got that.
So here's the
We got our
question,
revenge.
Carrie. Here's the question: is he now considered the best Eagle quarterback of all time?
I do think so.
He
I really
surpassed. He surpassed Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Hands down. 2 Super Bowls in 2 years. The way they collapsed last year to come back, and here we are. Here we are.
Oh, she's excited.
You know what the craziest part? Thanks, Kerry. You know what the craziest part of all this, Mike? He's still only 26, man. Jalen Hurts is 26 years old.
And I guess they got him as a bargain now when you think about it.
Oh,
Under
absolutely.
that contract, they got a bargain. They knew what they were doing, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
I said something to you last week, maybe when we were down on Radio Row, that if he continued this trajectory, and this was even before the Super Bowl MVP, that he's making a case for a Hall of Fame career. And then a couple days later, I saw Reuben Frank wrote an article saying it's not too early to start talking about Jalen Hurts as a Hall of Famer. And it's crazy that's where we are right now. And you know who else is guaranteed in the Hall of Fame right now? Howie Roseman, man. He solidified his gold jacket last
3
night.
Super Bowl appearances in the last 8 years, 2 wins.
Could you have ever imagined in 2015 when he got stuffed in a storage closet?
I've been doing Sports Talk Radio for a long time. Every day it was, well, the Eagles are never going to win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. Now it's like the new norm.
New norm, baby.
As Doug would say.
Hall of Famer Howie Roseman, man.
610-632-0975. There's one line open. You can grab it right now. 610-632-0975. Back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles won it 40-22 over the Chiefs in a game that was really not that close. Some garbage time points, garbage time yards made things look a little bit nicer for the Chiefs in a game that just did not look nice for them at all. The Birds dominating down there in New Orleans with the victory over Kansas City in Super Bowl 59. The defense, big part of the reason why getting after Patrick Mahomes. Big game from Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. Look at Jalen Hunt. Also, interceptions from one Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean with a pick 6 in the game, and Jalen Hurts, a big game for him for the second time in 3 years. He outduels Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. This time his team wins. He gets to be Super Bowl MVP, and he gets to address the critics post-game.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
He'll be down at Disney World today celebrating that Super Bowl MVP, and you'll be celebrating with him come Friday. The parade in Philadelphia for the second Super Bowl title for the Philadelphia Eagles in the organization's history. What a day. We're continuing to celebrate with you all week long right here on The Fanatic. This update's brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. At Mercedes-Benz, they're a reason they go the extra mile from testing their vehicles to creating AI that can anticipate your needs on the road. They demand that every car is worthy of their star because it's Mercedes-Benz. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Vacation?
26. Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Jalen Hurts spoke today. And he spoke today about bringing the title to Philadelphia. Let's hear what Jalen said.
A team sport like we play. So many things are built. So many lives are changed. All from the energy and efforts that are put into it. And so to be able to bring a championship back to Philadelphia means everything.
Man. Jalen Hurts.
They were both hurting this morning.
Oh, Sirianni's voice was terrible. He sounded like I did at Rally House a few weeks ago. He had no voice. You think those guys slept last night?
They had a particular brand of champagne in that locker room last night. As reported by Zach Berman, it was a French champagne. But then I saw somewhere else where it was a different one. We got to get the champagne down on what it actually was. What did Berman say it was?
I didn't see that.
Zach Berman's Twitter. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Anyway, Honduran cigars, he said, were being smoked.
There was a lot of cigar smoke in that locker room.
Yeah. Armand de Brignac.
Is that an expensive
I think it is.
Champagne?
Yeah. Armand de Brignac and Honduran cigars in that locker room.
Not too bad. I can't wait to see what the damn rings are going to look like. Because the Super Bowl 52 rings were nice. You know they're going to have to outdo those.
They have to go bigger and better every year, don't you think?
Yeah. Speaking of bigger, did you see Tom Brady's watch? I think he was wearing about $300,000 on his wrist. Did you see how big that watch was? I don't know what brand it was, but that thing was
I didn't check. I didn't see his watch, but I did have it right. I had two calls right. I had Devontae on the prop, and I had Tommy Brady with the black tie.
You did have the black tie. He looked like a waiter though when he took his jacket off with the white.
I'm glad someone said it.
Didn't he?
A little bit more decorum. All right, keep the jackets on, fellas.
What
it's the Super Bowl.
Did he have a bad shirt on?
We just had a white shirt and a black tie. Yeah, he looked like a waiter.
Oh, just so he went plain.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
He did. By the way, maybe the best comment of the day on our YouTube chat. In front of a Waffle House in 10 years. Now appearing, Billy Colarulo, as seen on the Mike Missanelli Show.
So, folks, for the people that missed the new version of Sirianni Love, where Bill spit it and he put a couple new verses in, we're going to play that in the 1 o'clock hour.
Super Bowl edition, man.
Exactly.
By the way, I'm also being told that Brady's watch was not $300,000; it was an $800,000.
$800,000 diamonds, obviously.
I guess so. Man.
You in the market for one of those?
I'm not a watch guy. Never really been. I tried the Apple Watch a couple years ago. I liked that for a while, but then I was just constantly on it with my ADD. So no jewelry other than I wear my wedding ring around my neck.
Exactly jewelry.
No, it's more to like track your steps and your exercise.
You're telling me you got something that was specific to working out?
Yeah, it's right up your alley. That thing.
Shocker.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it.
$800,000 watch.
Must be nice.
I mean, nobody actually looks at the watch for time anymore. It's just an accessory.
Yeah, with your cell phone, you don't need it.
Exactly.
But it is. It's an accessory.
All right, let's go to the phones. Back to the phones with Seth in Philly. Seth, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Seth?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
What's up, Seth?
I know y'all hear my voice, right?
I hear your voice. It's all hoarse. Where were you last night, Seth? Where were you yelling?
I was on Broad Street. I live 1 block away from Broad Street.
You were out in the celebration?
Oh, my goodness, Mike. Bill, Ray. Can you believe it?
Tell us about the celebration, Seth. What was going on in that celebration?
Oh, there's some things I can't say on the radio.
Were you near people shooting off Roman candles?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see it all the way down Broad Street. There were just fireworks all the way down.
I know they were shooting them off in the middle of the street. You know, one of those things can go zigzagging.
I mean, people were being pretty, you know.
I mean, it's not up to the people at that point. It's up to the firework.
Mike, we were just celebrating. We were all trying to. It was family. It was much celebration. I do want to say this because I called it. I called the blowout. I told people we were going to blow them out. I said 21-7 at half. It wound up being 24-0 at half. We wound up being up 31-0 at some point in the game, Mike. This is ridiculously amazing. This is historic. I'm excited. As you can see, I have no voice, speaking about voices. But, yeah, that was just – I can't believe what I just saw. That was amazing. Absolutely
That sounds good. Good stuff, man.
Enjoy it, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Yeah, take care of that voice, little honey.
Well, now what's
Hey, with
nice
honey.
with the weather delay for the parade not coming till Friday, everybody can recover over the next couple of days and then hit it all over again on Friday, man.
Ray reports that $250 a bottle for the Armand de Brignac.
Should we have the Armand de Brignac on Friday at the parade? That should be the Mike Missanelli show champagne. We'll each get a bottle.
All right, check this one out,
Yeah, if you're
Bill.
paying, I'm in.
Bill, you can buy this particular wine now that you want a lot of money betting the Eagles.
I did not.
He can afford this.
And I did not. A lot of people were checking in, asking me if I hedged the bet. I did not hedge the bet. I let it ride on the Eagles, and I'm sitting pretty today.
All right, Domaine de la Romanée Conti Eschzu Grand Cru, 2016 bottle of champagne. Right now is being you can get it for $10,126.95 and $30,380 for a case.
Sounds like a deal. Even if I was a multi-millionaire, I'm not spending
What
that
makes
much
a champagne cost that much money?
Who knows, man?
Man.
What's cheaper, that or Briganti by the Bay wine? What's more affordable?
Briganti by the Bay will only cost you $1,000 a bottle. Oh, no. Briganti is reasonably priced at like a 25-piece. $25 to $30. Beautiful, tasty wine right from the vines.
Well, as soon as the spring hits, me and the wife are coming down to the winery.
Sounds good. You'll have to pay full price.
I'll have to pay extra.
All right, let's take a break. No, we're going to Annette in South Philly. What's up, Annette? Annette.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Annette.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Hold on, I got to go outside. I'm at work. I just wanted to say victory.
You feeling good?
Good. I just wanted to say thank you for you guys for all season, getting us pumped. And I just wanted to say I'm so happy for my dad. Last Super Bowl, my son was an infant, and he had his circumcision the same day as the parade. And now my 79-year-old father could come hang out and celebrate.
Wow. I thought you were going to say he had his circumcision.
Well, the circumcision.
So happy.
The circumcision?
Yes.
I don't understand.
My man left us in the hospital. He dropped me and the baby off. And as soon as they pull him in the operating room, he said, bye, babe, gotta go.
Who did the circumcision? Ray, was it Shaky DeMoyle? What? from Seinfeld?
No.
I don't know what the circumcision part of that story was supposed to do in that.
Yes, so we could go to the parade now.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, they missed it last time.
That's right. What's your name, your child? Chip?
Christopher.
Christopher.
So what happened was he was a preemie, so when he came out, he was like too small to get it. I don't even know if that makes any sense. So we had to come back. The day they scheduled him was the day for the parade.
Okay.
So last night was awesome. I'm with my family.
You sound fantastic. That's a great
He's 7
experience.
now. Yeah.
Good
I
for
work
you.
for the Eagles. It's a great franchise to work for.
Oh, what do you do for the
so
Eagles,
happy.
Annette?
I am a red coat, an event staff girl. I will be seating you to your, so I seat you. I make sure you don't curse at each other, goof around.
Oh,
and
very
I also
nice.
picked up some shifts at the Cherry Hill Pro Shop.
Oh, okay.
Saquon's the most popular jersey. And
at the one right in the Garden State
come
place?
visit me.
Yeah, I live right over there. I'll come say hello. I'm in there a lot. I go to that Playa Bowl right next door to you.
So,
all the
Annette,
time.
let me ask you this. How do you
I'm
handle...
here tonight at 4.
Oh, I'm just going to ask you, how do you handle a situation when you a couple people getting unruly? How do you handle it?
I I tell my cop friends I tell my big cop friends to help me
okay.
out.
You don't.
I'm pretty tough. They don't fool around. But it got crazy at the snowball game. The snowball game, I thought I was going to get attacked.
All right.
But,
well, listen,
yeah.
Nat, thanks for
So
checking
happy
in.
for everybody. Thank you guys for everything you do all season. And I love you guys. And go Birds.
Oh, thanks, Annette. We appreciate it. That's very nice of you. You know, coming up, we're going to give you a chance to get a commemorative, full-size, limited edition Eagles Super Bowl champ football autographed and, is it autographed? No. It's got the schedule
Authenticated,
on it, the
for
whole
sure.
bit. It's authenticated. Super Bowl 59 champion football.
Yeah, it looks like Hurts is on it. Saquon, right?
Yeah, it's an action image of Jalen Hurts and his stats on it. Barkley and his stats.
By the way, speaking of Barkley, do you think Joe Shane gets a ring from the Eagles or no?
Joe Shane?
I would say no.
Why, man? They win the Super Bowl. Your first thought goes back to that Giants front office, dude. You need help.
You do. It's very strange. Joe Shane hate of yours.
It's ridiculous.
Obsession.
He still has a
But your
job.
Sirianni love, now it's not obtuse.
No.
It's clear, man.
I'm glad I defended him all
Missanelli
summer.
Show. It continues after this.
The Philadelphia 76ers.
Sixers.
In addition to Sirianni Love, MP has been a staple of the show all season long.
Yeah. Thank you, Pussy. I saw them 2 weeks ago. On Saturday, I saw Fantagram. You know Fantagram, right?
What's that?
I didn't recognize the name, but Mike played a couple songs. You probably would recognize the songs.
Blackout Days, When I'm Small. You ever hear that commercial, the shit commercial goes, ooh, 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 ooh.
The what commercial?
Schick. Razors.
Okay.
You probably heard the song.
I've probably heard the song.
Ray was ready to hit the drop button.
I was saying,
He
wait
didn't
a
know what you
second.
said. He didn't know what Mike said.
It's starting to hit me, boys. I think the adrenaline's starting to wear off.
Doon, 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 doon. And she goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a commercial for Schick Razors.
Yeah.
I've probably seen it. I'll look it up.
Ray's time.
Fantagram. One of the best concerts I've seen, by the way.
You sent me a couple videos. It looked awesome.
Tremendous.
It looked really
It was
awesome.
at the Fillmore.
Now, did you go out to Broad Street last night or no?
I did not.
You did not?
No.
Ray, you left here and went where?
Home. There was a grouping that was still awake and celebrating and enjoying. Though I will say they were really on fumes. I appreciate them just keeping themselves back so I had somewhere to go back and celebrate.
Now, does this make me old that I would rather, like in 08, I went out to Broad Street. But last night, I was content and happy just laying in bed watching highlights and seeing the videos of Broad Street. Like, I couldn't go to sleep last night. I had no desire to go out to Broad, but I loved watching everything that was unfolding. Am I old now? Is that why? Just liking the television? I don't even like going to games anymore.
You just had a baby. What, are you going to be schlepping on Broad Street? Yeah, of course you should be home.
Yeah, my wife, during the game last night, she told me I was scaring the infant.
No, I did that when they won the Super Bowl in 2017. I was out on the streets with Anthony.
Yeah. It is cool. It's something you should experience at least once.
I still haven't.
You've never hit the streets after a win? I told you I did it in 08 after the Phillies. It was awesome. I mean, it's scary at times because there's a lot of mayhem.
It is. What did they do? They knock over a light last night? They pulled down a traffic light, I think. And then they flipped or they tried to flip a police car.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
I think they let them. They were taunting the police behind a barrier, and the police didn't react, which is good.
Well, they're not. Yeah, like I think I told you. You know, my dad used to be a Philly cop, and I remember when the Phillies won the World Series. I think the instruction for the Philadelphia police is don't get involved. Like they just stay out on the side and they don't get involved because it could make things worse.
Yeah. Okay. Crowds on East Market near City Hall took down 2 light poles, took over a bus shelter, climbing on the roofless top and a newsstand. They tried to flip a police vehicle at Broad and Chestnut. At one point, police on foot, motorcycles, and horseback lined up in front of City Hall, standing stoic as some fans shook the barriers and taunted them. And about 15 people danced on top of a medic vehicle. Police said they were having trouble controlling the crowds at 13th and Market. And, well, here we go. Another group at 12th and Market ransacked the contents of a truck filled with white towels, tossing them into the street and setting them on fire. I don't understand why people do that.
Yeah, just a few bad actors. Mostly everyone was just excited to celebrate. It's a historic moment, man. You remember it was only a few years ago, going well back 8 years, where it was Cowboys fans, Giants fans. How many rings you got?
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 now.
In any event, you can grab a souvenir football, which is really cool looking. It's a limited edition of 5,000 footballs. Bob Ibach on Comcast Business Hotline. Bob has been involved with this company for a really long time called Nyko Sports. Bob, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mike, I'm doing great. It's good to hear your voice again. I've been around Philadelphia many, many times. I was a sports editor many years ago at the old Philadelphia Journal.
Oh, I remember those days well.
Oh, yeah. The Page 7 girl, right?
Oh, yeah. That's right. The Page 7 girl. You guys tried to poach a lot of Inquirer writers.
Oh, yeah. Listen, No, my son played baseball at LaSalle. He's now the assistant general manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, Kevin.
Oh, nice.
And, so I go back a lot with Philadelphia, and I was watching the game yesterday. I'll tell you, I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this that we're doing for charity. And it's the Eagles. It's called the Eagles Autism Foundation, which a portion of the proceeds from the souvenir football is going to be going to. It's an officially licensed full-size football, Mike, with only 5,000 being made. We've raised, I'd say $3.3 million for charities at Nyco Sports in the last 6 years. So this is going to increase that amount. They're $129.95 each. You'll get an individually numbered certificate of authenticity. And the cool thing about the ball is everything on the football, all the panels, is embossed. It takes a little longer to produce these, but it's well worth it because it'll keep it pristine looking for years to come. It's almost like I have a ball from the other Super Bowl that the Eagles won, and it looks the same as it comes out of the case today. These are $129.95 each. I want to emphasize only 5,000 made. I'll give out that phone number and the website in just a moment. I do want to point out on the top panel of the ball, we'll have the official Super Bowl 59 logo, some stadium history, championship history for the Birds right there. The second panel right below there lays out the entire season schedule with the dates, the opponents, the scores, so you'll be able to remember exactly how this season unfolded for Philadelphia. And then the last panel is really cool. We've got an action image of both Hurts and Barkley on that part of the ball with their respective statistics. And, of course, Jalen had one heck of a game yesterday. I mean, he looked invincible the way he played. And certainly he got the MVP award, which he should have. He completed, 17 of 21 passes for 221 yards. So all that information will be on this football as well. So here's how you can go ahead and get it. You're going to be helping out a great organization, the Eagles Autism Foundation. But keep in mind, only 5,000 will ever be made. The toll-free number to call is 1-800-345-2868. Let me repeat that. It's 800-345-2868. Jump on that phone, but you can also go to the website, and you can see it there. You can order it there if you can't get through the phone lines, because I know they've been busy. NicoSports.com, and it's spelled NIKCO Sports.com. That's NIKCO Sports.com. Or again, that phone number, 800-345-2868. Again, only 5,000 of these will ever be made. And in closing, Mike, I want to point out, if you want to use this as a gift right away, you can do that. When you go to the website, you can download a special gift flyer and give it out to that person that you're going to be giving it to, maybe for Valentine's Day coming up or some other dates coming up in early April. But you can do that right away and know that this football will be sent to them in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Nice gift for the ladies to buy the men, don't you think?
Hey,
for Valentine's Day.
I'm putting the idea out there, Mike.
All right, Bob, listen, good talking to you. Thank you so much. The Eagles Autism Foundation benefits from these footballs, $129.95 at Nyco Sports, NIKCO SPORTS.com, or you call 800-345-2868. Thanks, Bob. We'll talk to you.
Hey, Mike, it's always a pleasure. Keep up the good work in Philly, okay?
All righty. Thank you, buddy. There he is, Bob Eibach from Nyco Sports. Footballs are sharp looking.
Yeah, they do look nice. We got a printout here of it. It does. It looks pretty cool.
Right.
I like that logo, the Super Bowl logo, a lot.
Cool logo. 610-632-09. It's got the fleur-de-lis on it.
It's got the fleur-de-lis. And guess what, Mike?
What?
I just got updated Super Bowl odds for next year from FanDuel.
Yeah? Eagles?
Eagles are the favorites now, baby.
There you go.
Repeat.
610-632-0975. Back with your calls after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. When you need a new water heater, choose one that is built to be the best. Choose Bradford White. The Eagles won the Super Bowl last night, 40-22 over the Kansas City Chiefs. And that score, albeit a pretty decent margin, doesn't even tell you the story of just how much the Eagles dominated that football game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Last night, the Birds winning the second Super Bowl title in the franchise's history on the backs of an incredible defensive effort. The front got after Patrick Mahomes made him look human in the game. Cooper DeJean with a pick six, Zach Bond with an interception, and then on the offensive side of things, Jalen Hurts with another big game in a big game. He is your Super Bowl MVP, and you got a chance post-game to talk about those critics.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
Jalen Hurts, the big game on the biggest stage, Super Bowl MVP, going down to Disney World today, and he'll get a chance to celebrate with you later this week, Friday, the parade here in Philadelphia to celebrate the Super Bowl. This update's also brought to you by Dell Technologies. Dell Technologies celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core Ultra processors. Low prices wait at Dell.com/deals. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the 76ers and the Flyers, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
97.5. The Fanatic. I want to hear that pass to Dotson again. When you look at the key plays, this gets kind of overlooked, but this was the one that triggered it, right? This triggered the whole onslaught. This was a great call by the quarterback. He saw what was happening, and he got to the right receiver.
Yeah, Dotson, I think he had 2 big catches in this game. Didn't he? Yeah, 2 for 42.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming off of really not doing much all season.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad time to show up.
Let's get to the play in the first quarter, which I think got the Eagles kick-started.
Blitz coming. It's picked up. Hurts going deep. Has a man. He is caught. Dotson down there. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
All right, now that was followed. It's really funny because during the week, the Chiefs were touting the fact that they kind of developed a way to stop the tush push. Like they were really working on it, and they thought they would be able to stand up against it. And so here's the first tush push. I had to laugh because it was so easy. Go ahead, Bray.
Hurts on the sneak. Pyle drives his way in. Touchdown.
The beef he had behind him there.
Yeah,
he had Saquon, he had Goddard,
even
and
Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing was that the last tush push we'll ever see?
I think it should be.
See, I think it's a part of it.
I don't like it. I never liked it. I think it's an unfair advantage for the team that's pile driving. There's no way that the defense can put enough poundage up against it to stop it.
But to quote Sirianni, if everybody could do it, they would do it.
Well, that's not really the point.
But no one else can do it as effectively.
But is it a football play? It's a rugby play, really. It's not a football play.
So what is it that bothers you? The push from behind?
No, it bothers me that it just creates an unfair advantage for the weightage offense against defense. It doesn't matter who does it. If you don't do it right, you're screwing up because you should do it right every single time. You've got, 700 pounds behind the thrust of you trying to get in the end zone against what, 300, maybe 400, 500 pounds? Well, who's going to win that?
700 pounds and a quarterback that can squat a million.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see them get rid of it.
It's just not a fair play.
But if you're going to get rid of the tush push, then I think you have to get rid of the entire rule that you're allowed to push a teammate forward. Like, you're not allowed to carry someone forward.
I agree. First of all, you never used to be able to do that.
No, they changed it.
That was a penalty.
Yeah, they changed it a few years ago.
So why was it a penalty before? Because obviously somebody thought it created an unfair advantage for somebody.
Well, we will see. I hope it doesn't get banned. But that may be the last one we ever see.
And I mean, listen, I know it benefits the Eagles, but from the jump, I thought it just doesn't feel like football, that play.
You know, it's crazy is one of the questions coming into this season about the tush push was, are they going to run it as effectively without Kelsey?
Yeah, well.
Haven't missed a beat.
No, they haven't missed a beat because Cam Jerkins probably weighs a little more. Anyway, you're listening to WPEN and WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. In this hour, we will replay the golden moment where Bill Colarulo expanded Sirianni love into the form that it will exist forever. I was on background vocals, and Bill spit the rhymes.
Yeah, is there any way, could we figure out, maybe Brandon can do this for us behind the scenes, when was the first Sirianni love? I'm trying to remember what week we started it. I mean, I know I have been expressing Sirianni love all summer.
I brought up the California Love commercial.
Yeah, you said Sirianni love.
You then took it to and you put the Sirianni words in it.
I thought that this started off air before the show where you were mocking Bill for his Sirianni love, and you had started kind of toying with the idea of Sirianni love and tweaking him about that.
I may have, but I remember bringing up the California Love commercial.
Yes, I think you did.
And so it was already out in space. And then it was Sirianni love. I said, hey, Bill, it's Sirianni. Now it's Sirianni love. And then he took it to the next level.
If I had to guess, it's somewhere between that Giants and the Bengals game because that was post-Browns where I believe Bill went with this team's going to rally for him. They're going to play for him. And
looks like they did, doesn't it?
Okay. They did their job. They did their job. They're paid to be football players.
They bounced back, and then they had the Giants win.
Yes, the Giants. Famously a team that you need to rally around to beat. But neither here nor there.
Wait, are you really taking a shot at our man today?
I'm not taking a shot at him. I'm taking a shot at your reasoning. Very different.
Right,
Nick Sirianni can walk on water. I can still take shots at.
A lot of people
Two very
are
different
upset.
things.
A lot of people are upset that you did not join in this rendition of Sirianni Love. So what I would like right now is just give us a little a cappella Sirianni Love.
No,
Come on,
I think I'm good, man. Sirianni Love. Appreciate the guy. If I ever see him, I'll buy him a beer.
Ray's very demure when it comes to this kind of thing.
I can't sing, and my voice is slowly going on me right now.
All right, let's go to Jordan in Jersey. Start things off in the 1 o'clock hour. Yeah, Jordan, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yo, Mike.
What's up, Jordan?
Man. So I'm changing my name to Jordan Philadelphia Eagle. Middle name Philadelphia, last name Eagle. That's how I'm going to get addressed now. I'm going to go down to the courthouse in a couple of days, City Hall, see what I can do. Brother.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get that. I think they have what's called copyright on that.
I'll change the spelling.
Okay. Yeah, change it to ELGELS.
Yo, I didn't call the exact whooping, but I said in my book 38-20 is what I had to score. It's pretty darn close.
Wow, you had 38-20, huh?
38-20. 38-20. And it was just simply because of the matchup. If you look at it, it was like, first of all, the grass mattered. And Sheedy said that. If you look at it, the grass mattered. The pass rush was easy. These guys, you got a guard playing tackle against these young, fresh, dynamic pass rushers. It wasn't even close. The other note I wanted to say is I was talking to BG before the game, and I said, brother, he said my grandfather, he passed away in September, and I've known BG for a while now. He sent a video. The Eagles guys, it means a lot to me this season. The Eagles guys were rallying around my grandfather. He passed away of prostate cancer. And I mean, they were sent videos. But listen, today's his birthday. So I told BG, I said, he's with y'all, did the prayer, did all of that stuff. And it was just like texting after the game. I was like, God is good. And it was just, I was here with my grandmother, my mom, my family, everybody. And I was like, that's just the most beautiful birthday present to my grandpa.
That's a beautiful story, Jordan.
Absolutely, brother.
It
Enjoy
really
your
is.
day. And one more question for you.
Yes.
Is it a violation? I have to ask this for a Super Bowl party. This has bothered me. Someone brought this. Is it a violation to bring a salad to a Super Bowl party?
To bring a salad? No.
Yeah.
What kind of salad?
It was lazy.
Was it a big salad?
It was lazy. It was
paid
a bag
for the big salad?
Spinach. It was a bag of spinach dumped in a bowl and balsamic dressing.
That's no good. No, it was a craft salad. That's different.
All right. Enjoy your day,
All right,
man.
man. So I've been somebody brought a salad to his party. It was feeble.
Yeah, like my mom a lot of times will bring a salad, but she does it up with like the pepperoni and the cheese and the cucumber, all that
She
stuff.
doesn't have the pasta.
Yeah, I mean, so there's certain salads that are acceptable.
While we're on this topic of Super Bowl party, you bring wings to the Super Bowl party. Do you recollect your wings at the end of the Super Bowl party and take them home with you?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Who did that?
I'm not. That's just a question I have.
That's a Seinfeld episode, too, with the marble rye.
Wait, Mike won't even take the bread at a restaurant in which he paid for. There's no way he's bringing the wings
I made
home.
some wings yesterday, though. I got to the store. First of all, there's a chicken shortage, right? So I got to the store real early on Sunday morning, like 9 o'clock. Got the wings, prepared them as only Mikey Miss can prepare them. I season them up a little bit. I bake them at a low temperature for a couple hours. When they're done, then I mix them in with the hot sauce, mix with a little honey, mix with a little butter, and I put them back in, and I cook them for another 2 hours at a low heat. They are tender as a baby's ass.
Now, I don't know much about
whatever that means.
I don't know much about your
saying?
career because I didn't know that you hosted a game show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you were ever on the air before this show. Did you ever do a food show, like a cooking show?
Yes, I actually did on Cameo.
You're live.
I did a food show on Cameo.
This is a bit.
No, he doesn't.
I'm not letting you walk down.
No.
This is a bit. There's no way.
No, he legitimately does not know that I did a food show on Cameo. I did a live food show on Cameo.
Because it sounds like you're a very good cook.
I am. I'm not gonna lie about it. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Well, I wouldn't know, and neither would Ray. We've never been invited over for a home-cooked meal at the Mike Miss house.
Others have been.
All right, let's get him on the line. 610-632-0975.
Is Mike a good cook?
It's possible an invite would come your way. Mike Missanelli Show continues after this.
Tyrone Johnson, Ricky Vitalico, and Silvana Kelleher. The
repeat there, right?
Yeah, we're going to have to clear that rotator out. Yeah.
The rotator.
Oh, yeah, it still has us a Radio Row.
It was a glitch.
Today was when you had to have everything cleared out of there, right? Today was the last day people could be hanging out?
Where, at Radio Row?
Yeah, the convention center, I think, closed Monday, was what?
Yeah, I think it kind of cleared out on Friday.
Really? They left it open till Monday?
I don't know. I didn't get a ton of the details.
I thought it closed down on Saturday.
Maybe that was it.
You couldn't be in there on Saturday, I didn't think.
I just didn't know if they were giving people a place to broadcast. I guess it makes sense because nobody stays around to broadcast. So.
Right. They have no respect for the weekend people who broadcast.
No.
So there you kick them out. Because then they got to buy more potato chips and brownies for people.
Well, it sounds like you guys were just getting fed not Slim Jims.
Beef jerky.
There was a workroom. In the workroom, it is unbelievable how media people are such scroungers. Media people will flock to anything that's free. So in the workroom, they didn't really have food. What did they have? What did they have, Bill? They had like snacks, right? What was up there?
Yeah, they had like at lunch there was beignets.
They had pastries and beignets,
some nuts.
I mean, these meaty people they can't get enough of that. They're putting it in their damn bags.
You do realize you're talking to Ray, who drops everything as soon as he hears there's free food in the kitchen.
And I'm justified to do that.
But that's
a part of the pay.
But that's food. Like they were giving you chips and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You might think it was their last meal.
But it was cool because they had, like, Bounty was there promoting something, and they had wings. Remember? There was wings all day long on Radio Row, not in the work area. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but the wings were.
But how about this one?
Up.
They were a little dry. They weren't Mike Missanelli wings.
No, they weren't.
So I showed Nick Sirianni some love earlier with the Sirianni love.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Eagles are going to be showing him a lot of love soon in terms of financials because Adam Schefter was just on with Pat McAfee. He says if Ben Johnson got $13 million a year, then Nick Sirianni as a Super Bowl winning head coach is worth more than that.
I heard that.
What is his contract going to be?
I heard that he is in the $20 million range.
I think he would have to be at this point.
You've got to be kidding me. They're paying coaches that much anymore.
Mike,
$20 million?
Think about this. In 4 years.
What's he making right now?
I don't know what he's making.
$3 million? I think it's like 3.
You think it's that little?
Yeah.
But in 4 years, 4 playoff appearances, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and now a Super Bowl championship.
He was an untested coach. What would you have paid him when they hired him?
I guess they got a bargain.
He would have taken a bag of nickels to take a head coaching job.
And now he's sitting on top of the world.
$20 million. All right, we've done research. The first Sirianni love that was sung on the airwaves came after Cowboys game, Week 10.
Really?
That's when it was debuted.
Is that real? I thought it goes way back.
No,
I feel like that's wrong.
I think that's inaccurate.
Our crack research team. So you're talking about how many weeks ago was that?
Nah, I think that's inaccurate.
That's got to be 2 months ago. That seems logical.
The YouTube chat was the general consensus was week 6 or 7 is what they thought. But I guess week 10.
It was week 10. Could you think now how many weeks have gone by? 10 more weeks have gone by. That's
more than that.
All right, so that's 2 months and a half at least. Yeah, that's would be the time
frame. There would have been 9 regular season games and now 4 playoff games.
I think that's accurate. But in any event, Bill added some words to the rhyme and debuted it a little earlier in the show. For the people that were not listening then, we give you the benefit of Bill with Sirianni love with me on background. Here it is.
Hit it, Ray. Here we go, baby. A Super Bowl victory edition of Sirianni love. Sirianni knows how to coach.
Knows how to coach.
Sirianni knows how to coach.
Knows how to coach.
In the city of brotherly love.
Brotherly love.
He keeps on winning. Keeps on winning.
Keeps on winning.
All right, here we go. These are special lyrics. Now let me welcome everybody to the Super Bowl win, where the Eagles fly high. Let the celebration begin. Phillies in the house. We took it all. Yeah, it's Eagles love, making those critics crawl.
Oh.
Now in Philly, we don't play no games. Jalen Hurts on the field, putting others to shame. Throwing touchdowns, running them in. Question him again, it will be a sin. Nick Sirianni, yeah, he's running the show. He's got the squad locked down. They're ready to go. The culture's on fire. No one can stop. Eagles took the crown. They came out on top.
Stop.
And how about that defense? Don't forget about Vic. He shut down Mahomes. We made him sick.
Vic.
So Philly, we the champs. No one can deny. From Hurts to Sirianni, we soaring high. Super Bowl 59. It's our year to shine. EAGLES. Philly, it's our time. Sirianni love, baby. Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl champs.
We got people coming down from sales going, the hell is this?
Oh, my God.
What the hell is going on with this
Oh,
station?
my God. I don't hear, when I'm doing it live, I don't hear how bad it sounds.
Now you understand my face all season long.
Oh, man. Well, listen, the good news for some of you out there, you may not have to hear it again until September.
Also, I want...
No. He'll get Coach of the Year.
Oh,
the contract extension, it's going to be just a week long.
Yeah, Coach of the Year.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Contract extension.
Our research team failed on this one. No offense, guys in the
really?
back. Love you
Really?
guys.
They
You know
failed?
I love you guys. There are tweets of Bill talking about Sirianni Love that predate Week 10. I'm almost positive that it was a post-Giants win because I believe Mike was like, it's the Giants.
Yeah.
Bill was like, they played for the coach, and that led to the back and forth that really brought us Sirianni Love.
So that would have been Week 7, right?
Yes.
But did he sing it then?
Well, so there's a tweet from Bill after the Bengals game saying that he'd be driving in, and he had a gif of the music video for California Love, which I think means that he sang it the week before, saying he was driving in. With
You know what probably Week 10 was? It's probably the first time we clipped it and posted it to social.
Probably the first time.
We probably did it before, and Brandon back there, because he doesn't have a musical ear, didn't realize that it was a hit. Didn't realize that we had gold on our hands and didn't start tweeting it out until Week 10. People are actually calling for it to be done again at the parade. I don't know. Maybe we just replay it. I don't know if I can deliver again.
No, you're delivering live. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's like going to do the halftime, not playing Not Like Us, man. This is your song.
I think you got to do it live.
Yeah, maybe I do.
You got to do it in the streets.
That'll be the last one. Maybe the Eagles will reach out. Maybe I'll be on the float with Nick, and we'll do it. Because it'd be nice if Nick was the hype man, along with me and Mike.
I really want to reach out to someone like in the music industry and try and get us into a studio. I do. I honestly, if someone could clean up your voice, it could be hilarious.
There were a couple multi-syllable words he tried to squeeze in there.
Yeah.
Like as a rhyme, but it didn't.
It did not. No. Listening back.
You got to shorten that.
Yeah, what were those ones? I'm looking
It was
here.
an early
Pretty
verse.
much up and down the legal path.
Yeah, like where the Eagles
verse.
fly high, let the celebration begin.
Yeah, let the celly begin. That's what you should
I should have shortened it to
let the
celly.
celly begin.
So maybe we'll clean this up and we'll do a better version on Friday from Broad Street.
I'll put out some feelers to see if I can get some studio time.
All right.
We have a lot of rappers that
right.
listen to us. It'd be nice to get like a real rapper involved on this.
It'd be two guys with a cassette player and a little microphone. That'll be the studio we get. Let's go to Rich in Lawrenceville. Rich, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Rich.
Radio Gold.
What's up, Rich?
Just Radio Gold. Good morning, Michael, Ryan, and Ray, or Bill and Ray. This is just hard to quantify, man. The success that we've experienced in such a short amount of time. I feel incredible. And I just want to say, release the hounds. I feel like I had this feeling that the defense was chomping at the bit. When it comes to the playoffs, the Packers, the Rams, and the Redskins, I believe that they wanted to bust through, not blitz, just break through the offensive lines. And I feel like that's what Banjo said. He said, yo, guys, go nuts. And Carter, to see the hunger that these guys were doing, what were presenting in the game in the fourth quarter was astounding. They were all garbage points that we gave up. I can't believe I was sitting there at halftime and they didn't put any points up. 0 points.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It was really a special group to all play with that kind of zeal. I mean, they were ready for the biggest moment of their life, and normally that doesn't happen where everybody's on the same page. And I guess you got to give the head coach a lot of credit for that. I've downplayed the fact they play for him. Maybe they don't play for him emotionally, but they're certainly organized enough to know what they have to do, and that falls on the coach.
They all buy into it, and so I want to just take a moment to say you haven't come out and said it because again it's just happened, but I feel that you backing up Bill with the lyrics to that terrible, horrible song, that you are now buying in and on board with Sirianni being the best.
He's on the love train now. Mike's on the love train.
Yeah, I just like to sing the harmony part.
Yeah, you sound incredible. Hey, real quick, I want to the cohesion. This again, I don't have concerns about coordinators necessarily leaving because of buying into the mentality of the coach. The coach getting all these guys to play together. And again, I just want to double down and say that I believe that Fangio is going to stay because of what he's built, and I see this happening for a long time. This is an incredible feeling, man. And us guys being a little bit older, like I said, to have this kind of success in this amount of time, it's amazing. If you remember, Pat Croce came out with that book. It was called "This Feels Great," and I over and over again was like, man, I swear to God, I wish the Sixers would have been able to pull it out so I could say this feels great.
This feels great, man.
You got it, Rich. Yeah, it was I Feel Great, Pat Croce's book. Plus, he had another one came out. I read them both. Pat Croce was the precursor to Inner Excellence. He'd been doing those books for before that. Right. Hey, can you do a book report on Inner Excellence by now? How many pages have you read?
I got through the first chapter. Don't you worry.
You know, the author was on Radio Row.
Through the first chapter.
The author was walking around on Radio Row with the Eagles jacket on.
I read a passage during postgame last night. Don't worry. I had the people on the ride home. They were getting a lot of really, really insightful stuff.
Yeah.
He's making the most of his 15 minutes.
Right, you know who was also there? That Paige Spiranak.
I did hear you guys mention that once.
The golfer.
Twice.
Beautiful swing, Ray. Beautiful swing.
Yep. I know that's why you guys brought her up.
Look a little different in person. Eh?
I'll tell you, you and I kind of mentioned this. It was a weird outfit.
It wasn't a bad outfit.
Yeah, it was weird to wear that to Radio Row. It almost looked like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Not going to try.
A little secretary-ish.
Not going to try.
Rick?
Oh, it was just a weird outfit. It looked...
not the outfit.
Yeah. Oh.
I said it's a little secretary-ish.
Oh. I thought you meant secretary. You meant
it doesn't
the
get
horse.
anything I say. He doesn't get anything.
Triple Crown winner, wasn't she? Wasn't Secretariat?
Yes. Mike Missanelli show back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl champs, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles beat the Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl 59. And for the second time in franchise history, the Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Second time in 8 years. In their third Super Bowl the last 8 years, they were able to bring home their second Lombardi trophy. The defense was dominant. A pair of interceptions, one of them from Cooper DeJean. He took it to the house. The front got after Patrick Mahomes all game long. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams with big games in the victory over the Chiefs. And on the offensive side of things, the running game never got going, and that never mattered. Jalen Hurts led the team in rushing, had a fantastic day through the air, and he was your Super Bowl MVP. Post-game, got to address the critics.
I can't control what these people think, but if it takes all the hate and all the scrutiny and all the different opinions for me to be a world champion, then keep it coming.
Just keep the World Championships coming, too. We're feeling good here today. We're going to be feeling good all week long. We got a parade now Friday to plan for. Get ready, Philadelphia, celebrating another Super Bowl downtown. Should be another fun afternoon on Friday and a fun week with all you here on The Fanatic. This update's brought to you by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Restrictions apply. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
It's 129 on the Mike Missanelli Show. 97.5 The Fanatic. A day after the Eagles destroyed the vaunted Kansas City Chiefs.
Destroyed is right.
And then these cheap touchdowns in the end, they kept them in the game just to get some make the team feel good about the final score. Is that the way it was? They got a touchdown. All right, they threw a bomb.
Yeah, kept fighting, I guess.
Any consideration?
Worthy made a nice catch, and they got the 2-point conversion, which was a nice catch. Nice job by him.
They didn't want to embarrass Carson, throwing him out there against the Eagles.
I guess
they should have.
Absolutely, they should have.
What shocked me the most, even in addition to the score, was how scared Mahomes looked in that first half. I've never seen Mahomes look scared in a game before. He looked rattled.
And you know what the unfortunate part for him is? His running backs stink. They really
Well,
do.
they didn't really have a running game all year.
He's got nothing back there.
Well, listen.
A resurgent Kareem Hunt with Pacheco, who's probably still banged out. He runs hard, but he doesn't have a lot of talent.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy that comes on here and says, I told you so, even though I did tell you so about Nick Sirianni. Yeah. All week on Radio Row, I was telling the people the Chiefs' offense was not very good this year, and the Eagles' defense was lights out.
I gave them too much credit.
Well, you did, but you're not the only one. Everybody just kept saying, well, it's Mahomes and the Chiefs. Well, it's Mahomes and the Chiefs. But if you actually looked at the rosters and you looked at the stats and you looked at what the teams did well, the Chiefs' offense did not match up with this Eagles day.
But here's the other thing. That line was more ferocious last night. No, they've been good all year. They were ferocious last night. I mean, they came ready to play to take somebody's head off. They beat guys real simple to get to the quarterback. They won the battle right as soon as the ball was snapped, they won.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't have to do it with any blitzes at all and they just dominated that line. I mean, it all starts in the middle with Jalen Carter, but Josh Sweat was a beast. Nolan Smith was a beast. Milton Williams, he made himself a lot of money last night and this season. It's a shame. He was the guy all offseason I was saying, why haven't they re-signed him yet? Why haven't they re-signed him? Because he was eligible for that new deal. I think he bet on himself, and it paid off in a big way because Milton Williams is getting a payday this offseason.
Anthony in Phoenixville joins us. What's up, Ant?
Hey, guys. So, Bill, I got to be honest with you. Whenever I hear you do Sirianni Love, I picture you in the scene on stage at the end of 8 Mile, just with the crowd going crazy. It's pretty funny image.
It's funny you say that because at the pregame show yesterday, I said to Connor what I wanted to do, and he didn't get on board with it. I was going to say, now everybody in the 215, let me hear yell fly, Eagles fly. Everybody in the 215. And he said, Connor said, the audience is too young. They're not going to get the 8 Mile reference.
You think you could have slayed Baby Doc? In 8 Mile? Baby Doc. Anthony Mackie.
It's a great movie.
So got a couple quick things to say, and then I have a point/question regarding Hurts. So, honestly, I'm 31 years old, been an Eagles fan about as long as I can remember, and got to say, waking up this morning, I don't think I've ever been so proud to be an Eagles fan. Just obviously the first one, very special, huge deal. But this one, I mean, they were supposed to be there. They slayed the Dragon, the team that nobody could beat. Really, I mean, they'd lost one game. I don't count that Broncos loss that the Chiefs had at the end of the year. So they lost like one game since the start of the last playoffs, going for the three-peat, everybody talking it up. And not only did the Eagles just win against a team that was beating everybody in close games, it was the 40-22 does not do it any justice at all. In my mind, it was a 40-6 game. Just insane how dominant it was yesterday. You can go on and on. So real cool. So in the first one, I watched it with my dad at home. And obviously that was very special. He passed away in 2019. So then in 2022, I went out to a bar for the game, and obviously we know what happened there. So I'm like, I feel like I got to watch it at home again. And last night I had my dad's urn right next to me watching the game, and it was just really cool to see them get it done and kind of be with him in spirit. So it's really, really special feeling for sure.
Man, that's well said. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Anthony.
Of course. Last thing real quick about Hurts. So I honestly don't see how this cannot elevate him into that elite quarterback conversation at this point. I mean, so obviously you take, I guess, the talent and the stats and all that into consideration with Lamar and Burrow and Mahomes and Allen. But, like, those other guys have not been able to, I guess with the exception of Burrow once, have not been able to take down Mahomes. And then I think the heart of a champion that Hurts has. It just, you can tell that dude just takes it to another level mentally when the big game comes up. And I mean, I will take that any day of the week in addition to his talent, but just that aspect of his game, I will take that any day of the week over just about anybody. I wouldn't say absolutely anybody. But I'm curious to get your guys' take on that because I know that was a discussion going into the Super Bowl. So,
thank you, man. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate the call.
Anthony's story about his family. I mean, that's what makes sports incredible.
They resonate. They're all over the place.
Yeah, that's what makes sports incredible.
Sharing it with Pop, Grandpop, whatever. Your Eagle fandom growing up.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. That's what sports does. But to his point about Jalen Hurts, I mean, really, and I don't think this is just being a homer, quote unquote. I think it's at the point now where the conversation has to be, are these other quarterbacks on Hurts' level? I mean, like, what else does Hurts have to do where we're even questioning, is Hurts in the conversation with Burrow, Lamar, and Allen? Are Burrow, Lamar, and Allen in the conversation with Hurts?
Yeah.
What he's done in 4 years as a starter is unbelievable.
By the way, now you got me thinking 8 Mile. What was Eminem's name in 8 Mile?
Rabbit.
B-Rabbit.
Yeah.
So you would be B-Rabbit. You'd be B-Rabbit. What was his crew?
I can't remember. I just watched this movie, too, 3 months ago.
What was his crew?
I can't remember what they were.
Cheddar Bob.
Oh, yeah, Cheddar Bob. That's right.
Wink. And Alex.
Don't you think Ray could be Cheddar Bob?
He could be Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob was short and stout, though.
Yeah.
610-632-0975. Kim Basinger playing the role of a trailer park mom.
Yeah, she was his mother.
Yeah, right. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now, a Birds Inside.
Mike Missanelli show. I'm not losing my edge.
Nah, what a show today.
Apparently, I lost my edge making a bet with our next guest, though, because he's ready to gloat. We bet that Charles Barkley is on the line. Chuck, are you with us? Yo.
Brother, I'm a little drunk. I'm a little tired. I've been drunk since I've been in. I go to Vegas every year for the Super Bowl. This is my 27th straight year with the guys. Between playing golf all day Saturday and Sunday and getting drunk and gambling, boy, this was my most fun weekend to see the Eagles win.
Well, they smashed him, and you were all over it. Now,
He called it, Mike.
I'm going to tell you something. I was shining. I was cleaning my golf grips because I think I got the Chiefs +9. The Eagles are going to win. I got to win by 9. So I was going, I'm going to Marion. I'm going to Marion. And what happened? You covered the bet. Now I got to take you out to dinner.
Man, that defense was incredible. I mean, Patrick was running for his life. He didn't get. If you go back and look at those games, he would always get those scrambles. He got none of those scrambles. Now he always get 5 or 6 great scrambles a game. Man, that defense was incredible. Jalen was great. I told you, I'm claiming Saquon Barkley. We're not related, but he's my stepbrother. He was AJ and Devontae, and man, it was beautiful to watch. And that game was over at halftime.
No, it really was over at halftime.
That made it even better.
Yeah, they smashed him. I got to tell you something about Mahomes, man. He looked like, as an athlete, you know when a guy, like, when you stare down a guy, you know you got him beat. That dude looked scared in that game, Chuck.
Well, you go back. As great as Tom Brady was, when he was getting sacked early, he got the jitters too. No quarterback is comfortable when he there was never any. What was really amazing about that game from a defensive standpoint, they never really blitzed. It was really just the guys at front line beat them. If they had a blitz, they could have got him another 4 or 5 times. But yeah, dude, he was nervous back then. They know they couldn't block him.
Yeah, they couldn't block him at all. So I know that you got to Vegas and you played sizable wagers on the Super Bowl. I know that and you cashed a big ticket, I'm guessing, right? Can you give us an idea of what the ticket was worth?
It was worth a lot.
Come on, man. give me a little something.
Hey, listen. It was a big number, Mike. A really big number. So I can't. I wanted to make anybody mad.
What are you hiding from the tax man? Come on.
No, I don't worry about. Hey, listen, I don't worry about taxes. No, but I'm telling you, man, it was. I had a sizable chunk of change on the Eagles.
Yeah, I know you do, man. I wish I could be in your shoes. Because I know you bet the Eagles heavy, and I know the return came back. My man Bill over here, he took the Eagles to win the Super Bowl at the start of the season and cashed.
No way.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I got some good odds on that, man. Wait, so you won all that money, and Mike's got to buy you dinner. You're feeling good today, Chuck.
Where are we going, Chuck? Where are we going? You got?
I want a steak too. I want a nice steak.
We're going to Barkley Prime. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you know what? My favorite restaurant in Philly is the Saloon.
Oh, the Saloon has a nice steak. Saloon's okay by me, brother.
That's good.
Okay by me.
Chuck, remember Mike tried to get 17 points and you didn't give it to him. You would have won even with 17.
I know, man. I know.
Well, so now, Mike, I guess I got to come to your damn golf course too. So that's I like your golf course too.
Well, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you over to the golf course too. So that's part of the deal. So
dinner and White Marsh.
We'll play golf and we'll go. We'll get a nice steak at the Saloon. We'll have fun.
Okay, man. I would love to be back in Philly because I know that city's gonna be on fire.
It was on fire last night, Chuck. It was on fire.
Literally.
Like, they're shooting fireworks off in the middle of the street, man. Things were going all over the place, awry, up in the air, sideways. It was crazy.
Well, I just hope nobody got arrested or got hurt. I mean, I know people act the fool. I did nobody start climbing poles, did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
People have to act. Why can't you celebrate like a
I know. I don't get it either. They took down a couple of traffic light poles. So, what are you going to do?
That's brutal, man.
Yeah, it is.
That really sucks.
It does. All right, man. Listen, you take care of yourself. Get some sleep.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Go Birds. Go Birds.
There he is. It's Charles Barkley checking in.
So what do you think, Mike?
Dude.
He says sizable. 6 figures?
Dude, I'll bet you he bet $500,000
On the Birds' money line, probably?
on the line. He probably did. I'm telling you, he doesn't bet small. I wouldn't be surprised he bet $1 million, maybe.
And you got to buy him dinner.
See, I got to buy him dinner.
Count his money as you take him out to
Something wrong
dinner.
with that picture.
Yeah, you got to buy him dinner and take him out golfing.
Colin in Philly, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Colin.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Colin?
Hey, listen, my ears are ringing. My throat is on fire. My pockets are filled with confetti because we are Super Bowl champions once again. The city of Philadelphia is crazy. There's no words to describe it right now. Listen, we were at Lucy's Bar last night watching the game. As soon as the game ended, went full sprint over to Broad Street, and it must have taken about 45 minutes just to get from one side of Broad Street to the other. The place was swamped. And I want to give a shout-out to two guys that were considered outcasts and unwanted, and Saquon Barkley and Jahan Dotson coming into this team this year, clutching up, playing big, doing everything that was needed. And those guys deserve it more than anyone. Those guys came in.
They have a certain college pedigree,
kids.
don't they? A little college pedigree on both of them.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Those two guys, hometown guys, grew up an hour outside of Philly.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. The Lehigh Valley.
We can't just enjoy an Eagles
represented.
Super Bowl without Penn State being involved.
The Lehigh Valley. Yeah, I don't know if Saquon was underappreciated. Maybe John Dotson was. But, yeah, I get his point. Greg in Orland. Greg, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Greg.
What's happening, guys?
How are you, Greg?
Well, this is just an incredible day. When the score got to be 46, I thought, like in Ray Donovan, he put something in Frank Watley's drink. I thought somebody had put something in my drink and that I was hallucinating because in no way would I ever have thought that would be the score.
A Ray Donovan reference. I like it.
I thought we
Good
had
show.
a better
That was a good
team.
show.
But I just thought it was going to be much, much tighter. So here I am on Money ESPN. I'm scrolling through. I know I shouldn't let this bother me because I'm just looking at the articles, reading, good articles. The preseason picks for next year, the power rankings for next year, have the Eagles fourth.
Well, one of them does. Two of them have the Eagles one.
Oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
The one I saw had the
that was the one they
Chiefs.
publicized last night on ESPN.
Okay. And the last question I had, most important, is what's going on with Kanye West? He needs.
What was that commercial, man? What was that? I know what that was all about. I didn't really pay attention to it, but a lot of people.
I have no idea. He was videoing himself in a dental chair, and I think he was getting diamonds on his teeth. And it was at the bottom. It said whatever that
Easy.com.
Easy.com.
Yeah, it was easy.com. But I don't understand how people take that kind of commercial. Like, it was so odd that I understand you can pay if you got $8 million, you can buy a commercial, but it's got to go through a viewing process, doesn't it?
I actually missed that commercial. I must have been.
Oh yeah,
it
was really weird. It was very strange, as he is.
Yeah,
and I'm just wondering how that got on the air.
But he's getting diamonds in his teeth.
I don't really know what it was about. It was weird. He was talking weird nonsense, gibberish.
He said he spent all the money on the commercial on the teeth, and that's why that was the commercial. And then on the bottom it said go to Yeezy.com, which I was watching it here, and given the last time, just given what we've seen from Kanye, going to Yeezy.com on work Wi-Fi felt like not something I was going to do.
Do you guys think that I need to get a grill or diamonds now that I'm like this big rapper?
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah,
Right?
You should get black opals. I said it's something shiny. In fact, I just got there. B Rabbit was Eminem. You're B Possum.
B Possum.
Al in Maple Glen. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Al?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
Good. Hey, listen, I'm glad to hear you back on the radio. It's really nice hearing you back. We missed you for a long time. You're a great guy.
Thanks, Al.
You helped out my wife a couple times at the PCA Care Bear auction, and my daughter enjoyed her time interning for you.
Oh, your daughter was an intern?
Liz.
Ah.
She went to St.
She's the
Jude's.
greatest. Liz was the greatest.
She's a good girl.
Yes, she is.
She got 2 little girls now and 1 on the way.
Oh, good for her.
But we were watching this game last night, screaming our heads off, and I was so sick and tired of hearing three-peat for months. And we're looking at each other last night. I said, this ain't three-peat. Eagles are giving them the 3-beat. Beat on offense, beat on defense, beat on special teams. total domination. So we're calling the game the 3-beat.
They smashed him up, man.
Yeah. Better trademark
did.
that before Pat Riley does.
Liz was also in my class at St. Joe's.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she's one of my great students.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
All right,
Both
Al.
daughters are great.
Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. All right. This was a full day.
Phenomenal day, Mike.
Really phenomenal day. A lot of fun to talk to the people. And we're going to be doing it all week because, this kind of thing lingers.
Oh, we're going to be
while.
celebrating all summer.
So the people that didn't get in today, save your call for tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. And we'll tell you our plans to broadcast when that parade is happening. We'll give you the update on that. So, Bill, good job on Sirianni Love. Took it to another level today.
Honestly, great job by our show. And covering the Eagles all season long, man. We were speaking the truth all season long about the head coach. I know it took a while for Ray and Mike to get on board.
You were speaking.
But welcome.
Let's face it.
Welcome.
You all right?
Yeah.
Did you dislocate your shoulder, patting yourself on the back right there?
I know.
Can you imagine that? Like he talking to like he won money and Sirianni won a damn Super Bowl.
It was a beautiful, and I had a baby 3 weeks ago.
And he had a baby.
Got married in June.
It's the year of Bill.
It really is, man. I started here a year ago, so really it has been the year of Bill. Been a phenomenal year, and I don't take it for granted. I appreciate everybody who listens.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.